We actually live. You want to say hello to the people?
Oh, hello.
Hello, everyone.
Let's go. On this
This
Friday
Friday
Eve.
Eve, what we should
Eve.
recognize officially as one of them there fabled, one of them there rumored and talked about,
Bonus.
oft seen and heard simultaneously. Bonus days, yes, it's a bonus day.
It's a bonus day. Love that.
We were so into our evacuation, we felt like there was more evacuating we could do. And
Yeah.
you know, we found ourselves here. We knew there was interference. We knew we got to get our peeps off these planets. And
We gotta get our peeps
now,
off these planets done.
yeah, but I gotta say, you know how I feel about team morale. We are 0 for 4 right now, and we're on our third person.
Yeah.
Not feeling this.
I have to read the lore. But the last we spoke to Sloan, last we spoke to
Asher
Asher Mir, they're both like, nah, we're going down with the
Going
ship.
down with the ship. Such a heartbreaking turn of events. I mean, I know I get in my feelings bag
Yeah.
a bit, you know, when it comes to my fellow Guardians. But I don't know how else I'm supposed to feel. I mean, this was not what I expected. I thought Asher would, I mean, for the sake of the craft, dear, for the sake of scientific research, for the sake of seeing the darkness up close even, maybe scientific curiosity, Asher Mir would. You're talking to Brother Vance, aren't you?
I mean, not
Oh,
yet.
okay.
I was waiting
But
for
yeah, I
you.
really thought that for the sake of just living to see the darkness, helping us, you know, research it, get down with his bad self, I totally thought Asher would be down with the evacuation. I mean, look at how big his containers were. But he stayed. I'll be ready for them. Like, he's got something serious to protect. I get it. The Pyramidion is not something you want the darkness poking their tendrils into, but I mean, Asher, you got the constitution of Reynolds Wrap, bro. Like,
Yeah.
and Sloan, well, Zavala actually kind of calls that at the beginning of Exodus. He says, like, you know, if I know Sloan, she'll want to stand her ground and fight. So I feel like as upsetting as Sloan's stance is, it's not entirely surprising, I suppose. And Sloan is deciding to go down with the ship. As the first line
No.
of defense, though, the first line always gets it. Why do you want to be the pawn, Sloan? But we told Zavala. Zavala seemed like he had a pretty realistic view of how that was going to go, so I guess there's that. And
Yeah.
I don't know. As for you, how are you feeling regarding all of this?
Um.
It's a tough pill, you know.
It.
I kind of wanted to bring everybody with us.
You know. Yeah, I kind of was hoping that we'd bring everyone to the tower. You know, and but no, not so
And
much.
I mean, I don't want to be that person, but as somebody who just watched Asher fully willing to go down in flames for the Pyramidion, but Brother Vance is at the precipice of the infinite forest and the fucking sundial. Something tells me that's not something he's gonna like that unless we can pack up the infinite forest and the sundial or put that on like a thumb drive. I don't have a lot of hope for Brother Vance and his relative prospects. I'm not gonna. I don't want to be that
Yeah.
dude, but
um,
I don't feel good about it. TBH, TBQH, TBQQH,
well, let's hear what he has
QQQ,
to say.
TBQQH.
TBQQH.
To be quite honest, you know, it's not rubbing. It's
Mm.
rubbing me, but not in the right way. You feel me? Kind of sad. But
Yeah.
I'll hold up a check.
Look at that pyramid.
Yeah, yeah. You see? Oh, now you see where the picture from the other night's thumbnail came from.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, just a little bit of BTS. I had to jump off of this ledge and glide in front of this thing to get that screenshot. So just so y'all at home know, I died so that the thumbnail could be fly, because that's the only way I got that full shot of the pyramid in the first place. I had to keep jumping off this ledge. Holla at your boy. He does it for the vine, okay? But yeah, look at that pyramid.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, whoops. I didn't realize I couldn't land.
oh, you thought I died on purpose. Like, you thought I just died because there was a place to land. But no. No. Nope. Absolutely not. That's why I died.
Okay.
But yeah, I this is such a striking, amazing image, TBH. I love this. The pyramid literally blocking out the sun
Mhm.
is a visual we seriously have to take in here. We have to take this in because this is it. This is the last time you're ever going to see something like this in Destiny. Mercury's gone. We're never going to get this close to the sun. We're never going to see a pyramid literally block the sun like this ever again.
Yeah.
But I'm going to let you talk.
I mean, who knows what Beyond
Oof.
Light will bring, but yeah, we're not gonna see
No.
this again. Not this in particular.
That's why I tried my best to take some really good screenshots of all the pyramids, because that feels like a once in a Destiny experience, man. But let's see what Brother Vance is doing. I just also want to note this book ain't got no braille in it. How are you reading this? Nah, don't
That's a
touch the
great
book.
question.
Don't touch the book, Brother Vance. You know there's no bumps on it. How do you read this book? You know what? There better be some lore explaining this.
Well, maybe it's like
Don't make excuses for him. He knows he didn't get the Braille edition of that book. He knows. Just-
well, for that matter, there's like
He's not
lore
even touching the book.
for Trials of Osiris that's supposedly written by him. I'm like,
Lies.
how is he? I guess it's Braille. I mean, I don't.
Charlatan.
All right. We're gonna talk to him.
His bandana is giving me like Kenshi vibes, though. Oh my God, is Brother Vance bald? He's bald. Oh my gosh. There's no hair under that hood.
What?
Okay, I'm gonna stop. Get away from him. I'm gonna look at the barrels that he's amassed. Oh wow, his barrels have the Osiris logo on them. Look at
Okay.
that.
Okay. It says, Brother Vance recognizes your footsteps and brightens as you enter his sanctum.
Daredevil.
I believe I could refine traces of Osiris,
Traces.
he says to the hushed extent,
Hmm.
to allow one entrance to the infinite. There was a time I could not contemplate such an honor. Quantum cracks yawn in the forest where echoes of vexed hive, Cabal, and Osiris swirl in a gust. Strike these strength, and I could feel the forest from within. He noticed Vance's hands are balled tightly at his sides. The pyramids draw close.
Mm-hmm.
Through his system and beyond, the lightless are filled with fear. I am no Osiris, true, but in my small way I will bring light to their darkness. There is clarity in his voice. I will tell them they must believe.
As long as you can do that with like an email or a Skype call, I'm good. Just don't stay here to tell them that. You know, you're like right next to the sun, bro. What? Stop laughing. I care about Brother Vance. That's my boy.
Oh, really?
My boy,
Oh,
Brother
really?
Vance.
You know he's like an Osiris fan.
Listen, me and Brother Vance been cool since the Reef. Okay. Back when you had to go to the Reef just to get a glance at this blind visage. Where we headed? We doing a Mercury Lost? Is it going to enact a Mercury cost
It
upon us?
says,
The wait for Osiris to return.
it says we gotta do a garden
Ooh.
world
My favorite strike.
and defeat Hydras, Minotaurs, and Cyclopses to collect timelines.
Oh.
Alright.
Okay. I'm gonna do one revolution here. Actually, let me know if you get a defeat on your quest, like right now. You got a defeat?
On my quest for nope.
Don't you have to collect something from their bodies? Or do you just have to defeat them? Isn't there something you're collecting?
Mhm.
Yeah, sea crab. All right.
You have to defeat Hydras, Minotaurs, and Cyclopses,
And then what?
and then do a garden.
All right,
world.
woman, come this way. I'll show you my secrets. Crab secrets.
Did you leave the lighthouse?
Of course
Are
I
you
am.
outside? Okay.
Oh, hello.
Oh,
Hi
hello.
there. This way.
Okay.
Okay.
Collect of the rally fruits. All right. All right. Yep, you know it.
Okay.
All right, so over here, that's on my bad because I just killed him. Over here, and as you like, if you go in a full circle around this creature, like come this way, there are minotaurs and elite vex that spawn in these areas.
Oh, okay.
Someone, it
Oh,
looks like
okay.
someone took the damn minotaur. But there's, you said minotaurs are hydras.
Yeah. And
Yeah. And Cyclopses.
Minotaurs, hydras, cyclops. Oh wow. Okay. So yeah, that's just a pro tip. If you don't make them all up in the garden world, we can just come back out here and do a revolution, and we'll get you 2 per pass. But until then,
Oh, okay.
let's hit up
Yeah,
the
that's
garden world, and we'll take our time.
Okay.
cool. Okay.
Make sure you get all the minotaurs. I'll try my best to not kill any, because I don't know if you still. I mean, we can try it with 1, but I don't know if you still get the item thingy, or I don't know if you get the credit if I kill them. I don't know if it says like do it as a fire team or no. Some of them are finicky.
We shall see. Mhm.
Fortunately for us, a garden world is full of Vex.
Mhm.
Indeed it is.
Indeed, it is.
So Jane Jetson, what are you thinking about this mission?
Mm,
You know, how you feeling about all this?
it's pretty. Mm,
I mean, it's pretty cool.
I mean, it's pretty cool. I like that they're sending us around to all these planets. They're about to get yeeted.
Yeeted is very accurate. That's a very accurate description if I've ever heard it. Oh, pure words.
I don't know, being like,
I know, being like, hey, remember this strike?
No,
And remember that weapon you didn't get? And if you did get it, here it is again. And
well, you know, one thing that I really like and somewhat enjoy is the fact that they are actually directly pulling from strikes that either reference Savathun in some tangential way or contribute to the upcoming story of Beyond Light, which to me is almost a way of Bungie saying, hey, look, see, look, We were setting this up all along. See, it didn't make sense before, but now look. And it's like, wow, you're like you're absolutely right. Like I had no idea you actually had this in the pocket.
We've got an urgent Vex problem in the forest.
Yeah.
Whoa, do all three of us have micro minis? Oh. Oh, wonderful. There's a Minotaur up there. You should probably get your cheeks down. It looks like this person is speed running it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That means we're going to have to get to them Elite Vex. Remember, you can always vehicle up in the first hallway.
Where's the Minotaur?
Where's the Minotaur?
Minotaur's gone, baby.
Uh,
Where you at, boo? Oh, you back there.
I'm running towards you.
Yeah, like I said, this person looks like they speed running. But it looks like they're skipping over as much as they can. And unfortunately, the forest seems overpopulated with hive. I'll let you know if I see any Minotaurs. Yeah, you know, like, you know, okay, there's some Vex. It's so weird sometimes how they, like, cycle the enemies in and out. Like, sometimes you go into Infinite Forest and it's up. There's Minotaurs down there. Minotaurs.
Minotaurs.
It's right over here fighting a hive. There's a Hydra. Kill the Hydra.
Yes, dead Hydra.
Get that Hydra booty. Did you get it?
I got the Hydra. Yep.
Alright. The rest of these are like the D grade hive. Ooh, is that an Umbral Engram? Ah, enhancement core. Thank you. Thank you, Finest Matter Weave. Also, if you haven't yet, do use a Finest Matter Weave. You've got like a relative surplus of those, and that's literally just leaving enhanced.
What do those
They
do?
make bosses, i.e. anything with a bar that's not yellow. I'm sorry, anything with a bar that's not red, i.e. orange or yellow, will drop an enhancement core when you kill them. Yeah, you've got like a good 20 or so of those in your inventory. It's like just enhancement cores on the table, dear. Free enhancement cores. You might have one queued up, but just in case you don't, you should just use one. At the next, you know. Just use them and use them. Those are free enhancement cores that you can use for your twerking of the masters.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
not a Netflix
one out
style of twerking that is currently under review. Under review is the best way I can describe it.
What's under
Twerking.
review?
Yeah, so I went into the Netflix main menu and saw that that movie was available. And I was this close to watching it. But then I thought to myself, like, I feel like I'm in the middle of a moral quandary here. Like, I feel like I need to see this in order to absorb the controversy at hand, but the amount of freakouts that it's perpetuated and the amount of course, ideological grandstanding that it's inspired is very off-putting to me. And I'm not sure I want this in my watch history. No, I'm probably going to watch it. It's called Mignons in French. Is that cuties? It is on Netflix, though. It is the number 7 movie on Netflix. Yeah, what do you think? What do you think I was talking about when I referenced twerking? Lexi Pantera? Nah, she old. That's old news. She been twerking. We're over that. We're over that. We're over her twerking. You know, it took us time to get over. We're over her twerking. Like people were up in arms, of course, because you know, gatekeepers to the culture. She's not exactly black, but her booty be moving. So you know, she had to, it took her some time to get the card, to get her twerk card approved. But she good. Lexi Pantera is good. But no, the most recent controversial twerks have unfortunately not come via way of Cardi B or Nicki Minaj or white women. But yeah, this movie that released September 9th. It's been out for 2 days. And prior to the insane backlash the movie received before anyone had actually seen it, now there is an evolved backlash now that people are seeing it. And like I said, there's some weird ideological grandstanding being perpetuated around it. Like, apparently, like Amy Schumer's The Leather Special, it seems that when there is a concerted effort to dislike or discourage the release of something, they are very quick to label it as a quote-unquote right-wing campaign. And I feel like, yeah, I think the New Yorker's got an article, actually, that says, oh, the movie Cuties and how it became the target of a right-wing campaign. And I'm not sure if caping for pedophiles is something that you want to be doing, especially when the argument is so bipartisan that you shouldn't even be portraying it that way at all. Like because the argument against the movie is towards what it's purported to be satirizing, which is like, you know, exploitation of sexual exploitation, exploitation of children, the way the freedom and access that the internet provides has ingratiated young women and young people, but especially young women, into subcultures and sexual exposure that they would not have been exposed to otherwise, you know, influencing behavior, etc. You know, I see that, like, those are the topics at hand, but to label it a right-wing, like, are you trying to say that people on the left are for these things? Like, don't do that. Don't do that. This is about kids. But
yeah, that wasn't my understanding of it. I thought people had a problem with the fact that the advertising campaign for it,
the advertising campaign
was,
and also
was kind of like, you know, it didn't adequately
represent what the movie was
portray. Right, the movie is supposed to satirize the idea of sexualizing children, whereas the poster flatly seems to do that.
And, you know, this got people really up in arms about what the contents of the movie would be. At the Minotaur! And that the content itself was not exactly nice. And that the content itself wasn't exactly encouraging in the other direction as far as dissuading that notion, but many people, level-headed people, we all decided, you know what, or at least most of us that didn't immediately board the outrage bus to Canceltown, we're pretty safe in saying, you know what, let's see the movie, see if it does what it's, you know, what the director, also a woman, is saying that the movie is supposed to portray. And, well, it's been 2 days. The movie is number 7 in Netflix's worldwide. And, I feel like there's one sentence I feel that I can give you that would encapsulate what the general reaction from the people that were worried. Minotaur! I saw that, but I ain't gonna say nothing. But I feel like there's one sentence that I can give you that would adequately reflect what many of the pearl-clutching populace was thinking. You want to know what that one sentence is?
What's the sentence?
D'Angelo Wallace put his Tana Mongeau video on hold to cover this.
What?
Yeah. He was like us, a benefit. He was like us, a benefit of the doubt person. Apparently, he watched it and did not like what he saw. Because, like I said, he put a Tana Mongeau video on hold for this. And I gotta say, when whatever you have seen makes you stop working on a Tana Mongeau video, I mean...
Wait, who's Tana Mongeau?
You don't know who Tana Mongoose is?
Is that the girl from, like, that did the TanaCon?
Well, you did just say her first name.
Okay.
Among other things.
Sorry, I just wanted to make sure.
Among other things. Oh, there's only one Tana, dear.
Okay.
But yes, among other things, she did run TanaCon. She was also one of the many crucified by iDubbbz in his infamous Content Cop series of videos. Because she tried to get at iDubbbz for saying the N-word, even though in her past content she had been saying the very spicy word herself. And her attempt at moral and socio-political grandstanding fell flat on its face because Tan is kind of basic. And, you know, I have no idea what D'Angelo was reporting on. Probably the whole saga that is her. But, I mean, she has an OnlyFans now, so as she has transcended the levels of human internet scum, I'm sure that Mr. Wallace had quite the spicy video prepared. But yes, as I just stated, he kind of put that on hold to talk about what he done seen in this movie, which, Lord, I can smell the tea brewing in the Alps.
I definitely. I'm surprised that he had such a reaction.
So
I mean,
am
I feel like I have not seen the movie, you know, just to preface that, but I feel like everything I've read about it was like, oh, you know, it's supposed to kind of satirize the idea of sexualizing.
Oh shit! Everyone but you is dead.
And
all right, sorry, I had to throw that out there. I'm sorry, I was terrified.
And you know, also it's not American.
No, I was giving it, you know, I think he, like us, was giving it all of those benefits of the doubts. I was assuming things like culture shock. Listen, you haven't seen it yet. Listen, the advertisement, the trailer is a super cut. You know, we may not know the full context of the movie, but you know, apparently he was just as rational as we were. And when he saw it, he was not. He wasn't feeling it. To the point where he tweeted that. He tweeted that today. He was like, "Yeah, I said this, I said that, I said give it a chance. I was definitely one of those people." And I was wrong. Tana videos on hold. And I said, "Oh Lord."
Damn.
Like I said, when what you have seen has so profoundly affected you that you have put a Tana Mongoose video on hold, and you are not interested in cultivating those Tana Mongoose, I gotta sit back in my chair and say, well, I better prepare to be offended, but also, what did you see? What was going on in that video?
Right.
What? I'm almost afraid to watch it now. You know? He and I agree on a lot of things.
Jeez.
I am almost afraid to watch this now because I'm afraid that I'm going to agree. I'm going to have the egg on my face. Not that I was caping for this movie to begin with, but I was definitely willing to give it the benefit of the doubt.
Well, maybe we can COVID it up this weekend and see what's up.
Oh, Lord Jesus, I'm recording that. I'm going to figure out the Discord tonight. We watch that. Oh, man, yep. It's about to go down. We're about to watch Cuties.
I created a Discord,
You did?
actually.
For the Penguins or for...
I did. I created a server for it.
What? Send me an invite.
I guess I just forgot
That's awesome.
about it.
Well, hey, better you got the name before someone else did. The name is getting out there in these streets, so
Yeah.
that's how you know when they start stealing your URLs. So that's awesome. All right. I like your thinking. You hit me with that invite. Oh, I just saw it.
Okay.
Get in your cage. Get in your cage. What? Get in your cage. Do the cage dance. Do the cage dance. Top 10 plot twists.
Oh, jeez.
Sun Conure at the end. Dancing Sun Conure. I love the comments from Gen Zers.
Oh,
Like, the comments were all like, that bird is a vibe. Yep, look at that. That bird got the vibe. That bird knows what's up. All the comments just praising the bird.
This bird is so cute. The bird is like.
Telling you. It's just micretisms right there. This is the micretes. Sun Conyers are very, very skilled dancers. They know rhythms. I should have known. I should have known from Micrete. When I realized that Micrete liked jazz, and then I would play hip hop for Micrete. Oh man. So many stretched out AV cables. I used to plug my Xbox into the stereo because remember you could like burn CDs onto the hard drive of the Xbox. So I had like I have like NERD, a bunch of old hip hop albums like burned on some bootlegs burned onto my original Xbox. And I used to play my Xbox in the living room. And whenever I would play something like Hot or Rockstar from NERD, Micrete would just flip out and start dancing. Telling you, it's something about Conyers. They have the spirit, dear. If James Brown was personified as an animal, okay, Sun Conyers would definitely be up there.
It would be.
They are the hardest working birds in show business, okay? As a cross reference to one of James Brown's numerous titles. Yes. You didn't know they called James Brown the hardest working man in show business? That was one of the.
Oh, actually.
Yeah, that was one of his many, many nicknames. The hardest working man in show business, James Brown.
Alright, I need to kill like one more.
Oh, excuse me. Well, remember that path I tried to show you? If you gotta kill one more, meet me at the foot of the lighthouse, and we'll go get you that one more.
Okay. Okay.
When you wish upon a shoulder, just follow the glowing boulders. When you shake a shoulder.
The glowing boulders.
Oh, there you are. Oh, and I don't know, you don't seem to have noticed, but I put a shader on your Micro Mini that matched with your armors.
Ah.
It was so blue. It was so blue.
It was
I was like, we need to get down on this.
Uh-oh.
No, it's all good. Up. Right in the Radiolaria. Up. There she is. Up.
Yeah. It's that.
Quick.
Right into Radiolarian.
Right in the Radiolarians. All right. There's usually one fighting here, but let's keep going. Wait. Oh God, interceptors there. Wait, there it is.
Oh, there. Yeah, I see it.
He seems dangerous. Let me hit him once with my sword. Yeah, there you go. Woo!
Yay!
Man, you animals. Damn, dear. Look behind you.
Oh, jeez.
The real pyramid. Ian.
Well, it says now we need to do Tree of Probability.
Ah, yeah. Everyone's favorite strike. The one with Brachus. I hope I don't die in the first few seconds of the encounter. It's like a race.
Brachus. Oh man. I hope I don't die. Immediately.
Destroyed him. I destroyed that man. Calibrate arc weapons.
Alright.
Hmm.
Tree of probability. Oh, I finished
Tree of proper Trilla trust.
the frame. All I have to do is go talk to
Ada, so she can combine them up and we can go and do a forge.
Mhm.
Very nice, very nice, very nice. Actually, I think I'm working on a bow frame right now. Let me spin the next strike. Yeah, I am. Oops. Yeah, I need to get my multi-kills up. Alright. Alright, alright. Trinity Ghoul it is. You win, Unreal. Okay. Your move.
Mm.
Unreal. Yep. She already knows.
Mm.
I know you neglect your hunter often,
So,
but you will be very happy to play as your hunter the next time you do. So many cool things going on there. Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff going on there. I was busy. That's all.
that's
Just
awesome.
letting you know, because I just can't help myself.
I appreciate you being a cheat.
You're quite welcome. It makes me happy to do.
So, did you
Hmm?
hear?
What didn't I hear?
Did you hear about what's gonna happen with Gambit?
You know, fellas, I caught the earliest Azita Cross video, and I gotta tell you, hearing his voice at the end of every twab, it gives me life. And I listened, and I learned about what was in the twab from Azita Cross. Yes. Oh
From
my
Azita
goodness,
Cross?
he had some great things to say. I am.
Did he?
Yes, I actually. It's funny. It's so funny that you mentioned that because I took a ton of screenshots of his video to talk to you directly. Just so I could talk to you about some of the things that he was talking about, like this photo right here. Because apparently, you know, one of the things is that they're bringing back ritual activities and ritual armors and armor pieces.
Yes.
And that there's one distinct one for Crucible, Gambit, and Strikes. There will even be one for, like, you know, I love the idea of this. You know, you can go to Banshee, tell
Me
them, you're like,
too.
yeah, man, I want to get this, I'm all about that PvE life, so I'll be going for that Vanguard armor. You know, or, hey, look, I'm all about that PvP, okay, but Joker, just let me get down on that Crucible. Or, if you're like us and you have an unhealthy attraction to Gambit, you know, there's a whole set of armor for that. And they all look distinct, all look cool. I will give it to them. And I do like that they are event-themed in a way that lets you kind of customize, you know, what exactly you're unlocking and how. I appreciate that freedom of choice. Also, it looks like it takes a little bit of the workload off Bungie to create tons and tons and tons of things, but create, like, items that are very specific for certain game types,
Yeah.
so that they can keep the rewards high, repetition low. I appreciate that. But like they said in the TWAB,
That's cool.
for those of us who are omnivorous and want to get all three, you have the freedom to do that too. So
You can.
glad they were thinking about us,
Yeah.
those of us who sweat in the sweat.
I'm really glad they thought of all of us. You know, they were like, if you want to be extra
Yeah.
sweaty, we got you.
Except they said omnivorous. I like that. You know, they know.
Never.
Yeah, dear. I mean, some people, you know, a lot of people aren't like us. We have a pretty healthy diet, but we definitely lean more onto the PvE side of things. Now, like I said, there are some Destiny players that exclusively just play PvP. That is an experience that some people just
Yeah.
go for. I can actually personally attest to that because when I downloaded Destiny 2 on PC, before cross save was a thing, I gotta tell you, dear, I pretty much exclusively played it in PvP until I hit the power cap. And the game totally let me do it. Like, I leveled up, I got new armor, I got my light up. I did all of that just by exclusively playing PvP. I got new weapons. I made it from the greens to the blues to the legendaries. exclusively PvP.
Looks like the Vex are trying to
So
reinforce
it's really great that, you know,
They can try.
no matter your destiny walk of life, you know, some people get peeved when they have to do PvE things,
Would disagree.
and then the PvE people get peeved when they have to do Crucible things, like, oh god, I have to get 25 kills in Crucible. Ah.
Ooh, 25 whole
Hey,
kills.
hey, you talking that mess, but don't you have a Gambit objective that requires you to get 25 invader kills?
Oh my god.
So some of us are about that PvP life, and then when it's thrust upon us, you know, not all of us can answer the call. So I think it's great that they're giving all the guardians of all walks of life, or the people that are just crazy and just dipping all of them like us, multiple opportunities to earn pinnacle gear, you know, real high stat, cool looking special armor. And on top of that, some very unique, interesting changes are coming to all three modes. Vanguard in particular
Yeah.
is getting streamlined pretty heavily. But Crucible, I think, has gotten
Yeah.
a significant number of changes and reworks, like down to there being new modes entirely. Like there's gonna be a new Iron Banner mode.
Yeah, it's gonna be called Iron Banner Freelance. Like, what is that all about?
I am under the impression, just throwing it out there, due to the wording of the mode and the singularity of the mode, freelance doesn't sound very team oriented. Might be something like an Iron Banner Rumble.
Ooh. Interesting.
That's what I'm thinking. Like that's pretty cool. Now, I don't know if you'd be in agreement with this. Someone. Oh, there's a hiccup. All right. Someone said to me the other day while I was. Excuse me. While I was sitting in Daniel's party talking to some people from his clan, and we were all sitting around, and he came up. He actually had a great idea that I had never thought of, but I thought would be awesome. He said, you know, because he was annoyed about the mountaintop just getting obliterated by that, no matter what mode he was in, and he was saying, you know.
Yeah.
It would be cool if during the Iron Banner, like if you really wanted to make this like a hardball, you know, test of skill, light level dependent, you know, level playing field, skill on skill on skill. Why isn't the Iron Banner tournament restricted to just Iron Banner weapons? Like, why are we not using the designated weapons from this mode in order to compete in this mode? You know, because otherwise, I mean, Iron Banner weapons are a very love it or hate it
true.
proposition. You know, you get them, they can be cool. You get them, they may or may not replace something in your inventory depending on how good they are. You know, but if you actually had to use exclusively Iron Banner weapons in Iron Banner, not only would that level out the meta in a way that sees everyone using the same weapons, so it's like, yeah, I didn't take my mountaintop from Crucible or my hush bow from Gambit and just steamroll the other team with a gun, you know, from an entirely different mode. Eat my cheeks. Aha! You know, achievement unlocked. Imagine if everybody was using
Eat your
But imagine if everybody was using Krimmel's dagger. You know, Talons of the Eagle. If everyone was using Bite of the Fox. Like, that sounds way... that sounds really interesting. Not only would it make Iron Banner something, like, that you would legitimately have to...
Completely
not only would
different.
it make it something that you legitimately would have to prepare for, but, you know, via your Iron Banner loadout, it would give you a reason to chase Iron Banner weapons and their perks. Iron Banner weapon usage in general would go up by a ton. People would have a reason to keep and hold on to their Iron Banner gear and drops. Like, imagine if you needed that to compete. Like, you needed, you know, your Iron Banner weapons. Not armor, because not everybody will have the armor, but you have to have at least, you know, an Iron Banner weapon in every class to compete. I think that would be a true test of skill.
Yeah.
Like, if you really want to make it all about light levels and, like, you know, go that one step further.
You're gonna need it for that ramp.
That was a very cool idea, I thought.
I like that idea. I'd be into that.
You know, because it's cool that it does rely on light levels, but at the end of the day, like I said, the Iron Banner weapons, as much as I like them, they're very love it or hate it. And more often than not, they don't end up replacing anything in people's loadouts. But you would totally give people a reason to use it if you gave them an incentive to use them.
Yeah.
I thought that was dope. But we can start with Iron Banner freelance.
That is pretty dope.
We can start with freelancing it. I'm not opposed to that. But that's what I think it is. I think it's like an Iron Banner Rumble, where it's just like a 12-man free-for-all with light levels dependent.
Wow.
That could be interesting. Not gonna lie.
I'm kind of into that. I mean, I don't know. I guess I'm curious about it.
Well, Rumble definitely has a different flavor to it than playing team all the time. You know, it kind of evokes that feeling of the free-for-alls of old, where it is every man for themselves. You may see a skirmish in the distance and wait for them to kind of peck at each other and then just boop, boop, finish them both off. And that's if somebody's not already aiming at you. It's a very different rhythm than knowing someone's got your back. I could see that kind of energy working in Iron Banana. I could see that. I could see that being a thing. Enough about them banners. What did you think about what they're leaving behind? Control, elimination, rumble, survival.
Yeah, I mean, those are the modes that I would have expected them to leave behind. You know, like control, survival, elimination. Nobody's interested.
Supremacy's getting
Supremacy.
getting sunset. All right, Bungie knows. Supremacy is getting sunset. That's not even a meme. It's not a joke. No, they already announced it. Supremacy's out of here. That's why they're making us suffer through it this week. That's why it's part of the Rotator playlist. They're like, are you sure you don't want... No. Just in case you needed to... Just in case you needed another case study, like another sample size, as to whether or not people really want to play Supremacy. No, they don't. They don't. This game is not Call of Duty. Don't make me do that. We don't need that. People are already flying, climbing the walls, triple jumping, boost jumping. Soon they're going to be able to make their own platforms. No. No Supremacy. The movement game is already far too varied in Destiny. You don't need to do that. It was necessary for COD because people like to camp in COD. That was the whole point of running out to pick up the dog tags, because people love to camp, and you couldn't get your points unless you picked up the dog tag. But this ain't that, all right? You was at Activision too long, Bungie. I told you. I told you this was Brackus speed run his death. Look at him. Brackus. Brackus, where's your face? Your face. Look at him. Oh, the poor wayward Cabal. Poor young man. See, he didn't know. I told you. Just a speed run to poor Brackus's death. That's what this whole boss fight is. Like, can we kill him in the first area, or can we get him in the second? Oh, so we getting him in the third. Okay. It's just hilarious. Where is he? He came out. Look at him. Look, he didn't even bother. He was like, nope. He said, oh shit, I don't have enough health for this at all. Yeet. He yeeted. We knew he was going to do that.
He was like, I don't have enough health for this. I'm just gonna skip the entire second.
He yeeted his way out. It was so funny. He ran out like he was ready to fight and then said, oh no. And then just jumped away at the last second. Alright. So who's going to get to him first and give him the love tap? I reckon it's about to be me because I'm ahead of everybody. I'm about to give this man the Crown Splitter. That's why they call this weapon the Crown Splitter. Bodied. Take it.
Does anyone
Oh,
else feel like
man.
we've done this before?
Why do you keep asking that? I was the active ghost last time. Now it's you.
I've never asked that.
I swear you did.
There's something strange about this forest.
Poor
Oh,
Brackus.
God.
That poor Cabal. Just. I also love this. Come back here. It's the only time you ever get to see it. You know, the tree, the titular tree of probabilities.
Oh.
Isn't that nuts?
Wow. that looks nuts.
Yeah, like it's vast. Like when you go into the festering core and you go underneath the Pyramidion and you see where all those taken blights have been amassing themselves. It's kind of shocking. It's kind of striking. It's like a really striking visual.
Wow. I don't think I ever
Oh yeah, well next time,
spent a lot of time looking at
well
it.
if we ever do the festering core again, you know, I'm that guy that likes to look at the ceiling. And when I looked at the ceiling in this place, I was like, what?
Yeah.
No, that was my exact reaction. What? Just like that.
You're like,
What?
wow.
Yep, just like that.
Alright, we gotta do a bug in the system.
Sounds
How do we do the heroic?
same way we did the heroic on IO, boo.
I see it.
Simple sentences. You do be down. Give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna run and run right back. You, while I'm doing
Okay.
that, you let me know what you think. You let me know what you think about. Think up something about the what's it called? About what they're doing to strikes, and then we'll talk about some Gambit. Oh my goodness, Gambit. I'll be right back.
Okay.
30 seconds.
Alright.
I got Chiba. Chiba, Chiba. I got Chiba.
I'm reading bioenergy deep inside the forest. The Vex are working on something involving the hive. So, the Vex are simulating the hive to test a new reality path. There's an opportunity there.
Go cause trouble. The Vex don't handle unexpected input that well.
Mess up the tests. Give them nothing but garbage output. I like it.
So this is what it feels like when we're in total agreement. Weird.
Nope. What is going on in here? I have returned, and I am not burned.
Oh, I see.
This style of rapping is given and earned. And quite learned. Hello.
Hello.
I'm staring at a pyramid.
Oh, you should follow me inside.
I feel like I'm extra sensitive to all the pyramid and triangle shaped things in this game now that we have actual triangles like looming over us.
Yeah.
You notice that the gate to the infinite forest, nay, the entire infinite forest highways are shaped like triangles? Given
Yeah.
that this is mainly Vex architecture, and we know where the Vex came from, it's very interesting.
Yeah.
Like, you ever just look out into the vastness of
Indeed, it
empty
is
space that exists in the infinite forest? Like, you see all this shit going on in the background? This is why we practically consider it. I mean, look. We're on our way, like if you look, we're on our way to a tower, right? That has a triangle-shaped door, right? Which contains a portal we need to go through. But look around you, Jessica. All of these towers have triangle-shaped doors on them. This is literally the Vex's version of the Tree of Silver Wings. Like, just infinite possibilities, infinite permutations, infinite gardens, and infinite ways to winnow them and predict an infinite number of outcomes. They're literally doing what the gardener and the winnower are doing, but they're doing so in a way that they can actually just insert coin or start new game. They don't have to go through their projections for millennia or centuries or however long, you know, their newest civilization lasts. They can just keep creating and destroying and just indulging every possibility that time and space will allow.
True.
It's insanity, dear. The Vex figured this out.
That is crazy.
What's crazier is that the Vex actually
mean
managed to do it, though. Like, jeez. People are out here trying to affect real reality. Meanwhile, the Vex have lived through dozens and dozens of realities where they were the ones that won. There's plenty of simulant futures where the sun is blotted out and all sorts of other stuff, right?
Oh yeah.
In a way, you think of it as a very refined and efficient way to do what the darkness and the traveler, or the darkness and the light have been doing all this time.
Well, it is very efficient, for sure.
And fairly accurate. I mean, they did manage to create OG Oryx.
Yeah, well, they couldn't simulate everything that Oryx became. They simulated
Flaw in the programming.
like just what he was, or what she was.
And interestingly, they tried to defeat a being of such strong light that they could not fathom how to do it, and instead had to find a way to drain his light instead to eliminate him. I.e. Saint 14. So they don't have a complete grasp on the implications of the darkness and the light, as you can see by the way they've dealt with it.
No.
In separate situations.
Right.
But,
No.
I mean, this ain't a bad beta.
That.
Not for nothing.
Well, I think what they're doing here is they're simulating the garden game in their own way, like the flower
Look at this.
game. That the winner
Like, look over here.
and the scribe.
Oh, you already jumped up the thingy. All right. Well, look behind us. Like, look out and see. You see out into the vast space of nothing. All of these structures. Look at these structures. They're all similar. There's always a pillar. Like, look straight ahead of us. We're going towards that triangle-shaped portal right there, right? Well, look behind you.
Oh yeah.
Like this way.
Oh yeah.
That gate's just closed. But if you're kind of, and it's impossible to be, so I'm not really saying anything about any players one way or the other, but if you've run a garden world enough times, you know that in a garden world, your path actually leads you to that pillar. Like the Infinite Forest transfigures and transmogrifies and moves around, but you end up at that pillar during a garden world. It's just, yeah.
Oh, the one over there.
The path configures itself to lead you that way. I remember it distinctly because it's on the right side of this weird bog. But through that portal lies one of uncountable realities that exist in the Infinite Forest. This is why I find the meta text between Sagira and Ghost sometimes very, very kind of funny and weird. Because there are things that Ghost just hasn't seen, that he's confused about. Things that Sagira has seen that she occasionally forgets Ghost has never seen. And she just has the air of someone who has experienced so many realities in time that time in a line is kind of meaningless to her.
Right.
Like, she gets mixed up. She's like, I remember when we beat a garden world, she was like, Ghost said something. He said, oh, we just defeated this thing. Although, I'm not sure I've ever seen it before. And Sagira's like, yes, of course you've seen it. I told you this the last time we came in here. And Ghost is like, I wasn't here for that. And Sagira's like, wait, you weren't? Oh. And Ghost is like, this place is really weird. This place is a lot weirder. This place is a lot weirder than we're giving it credit for.
Yeah. You know, the funny thing is that when Curse of Osiris first came out, you were like, I can't believe they're canonizing the repetition they're putting us through.
I mean, I still cannot believe that. But they did.
Yeah, but it also makes sense.
You know what, dear? That's the kind of realization you can come to when... That's the kind of realization that rings as something intensely clever and cool and interesting. Had they backed it up with genuine gameplay conceits and permutations and modifications that really took advantage of this whole concept. But when I discovered it, I kind of discovered it with a sense of derision because I had just finished an expansion that was 5 missions long. 2 missions of which were actually strikes. So really 3 missions. And you know, that's when canonizing repetition is not cute. When you've only got 3 levels.
Right.
Like I appreciated the meta-textual nature of it all, but it came off less as a clever meta addition and more like a cop-out for the fact that they made like 3 levels. Like, hi, I get to play this thing. Kind of like the Undying Mind thing. Yeah, Guardian. And you and hundreds of other Guardians will just keep fighting the Undying Mind over and over until you get rid of all of its different iterations. It's like, y'all just saying that because you know you just stuck an Undying Mind skin on the Vex Offensive boss and really tried to call that a different mission. And I'm kind of mad at you right now because while that is very clever from a meta standpoint, what you did in objective reality was you just slapped an Undying Mind skin on the previous boss. Guys, that's not cute. Like, if fighting the Undying Mind in the Vex Offensive was like fighting the Undying Mind in Destiny 1, and that is an experience you were robbed of, dear. Everybody that played Destiny on Xbox got robbed of this experience. But fighting the Undying Mind, that was a cool-ass strike. Like, it had raid mechanics in it. There was arc things that you had to slam in certain spots to weaken its shield. It was some shit. Like, that was a really good strike that was supposed to have been given to us when Taken King came out, and that strike actually did not actually unlock until Rise of Iron. Like, we got G.
Yeah.
And then, like, by the time Rise of Iron was out, it's like we weren't thinking about a Destiny 1 strike from year one. But that is why exclusivity deals will always be butt cheek to me. And why, you know, when I heard what Marvel and Sony were pulling with the Spider-Man kerfuffle, I was like, y'all just still haven't learned. Like, exclusive content benefits no one but the company. And all you're doing is making people pay the same price for what's
Yeah.
essentially lesser product. And after Rocksteady and Warner
Right.
Brothers dropped the ball on bringing the Scarecrow DLC to Arkham Knight, probably because they also had to spend so much money cleaning up the mess they encountered with the PC version, Xbox owners never got the Scarecrow missions in Arkham Knight at all. How do I know this? I had both versions of it.
Wow.
Away from the plate, or I'll lose my connection to the
I bought it on PS4. And then I bought it on Xbox so that both of us could have it. And yeah, those Scarecrow missions never came to the Xbox version. So much for timed exclusives. So it's like you pay the same price for Arkham Knight and had one less whole Batman villain
Too many hide.
with his own levels and kerfuffle? Don't do that. But yes, much cuter detail when it's used properly. Like, I feel like the true potential of the Infinite Forest did not come through, ironically, until Festival of the Lost,
Good. The first data set has been completed.
when they turned it into the Haunted Forest, and it was legitimately randomly generated and had different enemies in it every time you went into it. Like, they had a good number of layouts for the Infinite Forest that they were cycling through, and that's partially why I did the Haunted Forest as much as I did. I got the Braytech on all three of my characters. The Infinite Forest was just fun to do. You just go into it, and then there'd be Hive. And then all of a sudden, all the platforms are small. Or you do it this time, and all the platforms were weirdly long, and it was dark outside. Like, that sense of randomized, like, you know, permutations. And, like, I feel like it wasn't fully realized until they did Festival of the Lost and made it the Haunted Forest. Which means, like, you guys had it in you. You did. It was in there the whole time. You
Yeah.
just, you know, y'all don't work well with budgets and deadlines and shareholders to appease. I think y'all just need to stop sucking corporate teats and just remain as indie as you can, because that seems to be the best environment that you guys operate in when you don't have people breathing down your neck.
I think you're right.
I feel like it's all there. You know, the proof's in the pudding, you know. I love Bungie, but they definitely seem very well off when they're on their own and can make their own decisions.
Yeah, they seem to be at their
Oh
best.
man,
when they're
speaking
doing
of
that,
Bungie, speaking of
sure.
story, did you hear? Did you hear that Joe
What?
Staten is writing the story for Halo Infinite? Did you hear that Microsoft
I did hear
hired Joe
that.
Staten to be working on the Halos?
Barriers back.
Joe Staten,
Charge. And a cyclone.
I
the original
did.
writer of the Halos, the architect of the Destiny universe. He's back on them Halos. Oh my God! What? Story concerns alleviated. Story concerns non-existent. They got Joe. My man's been freelance since like 2014.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
he's been sitting back, enjoying his
Right,
royalties.
enjoying his royalties, trying, you know, looking to see how the Destiny universe has progressed without his carefully guiding hand. I feel like right now they're definitely in a place that he can be proud of. But I feel like in a way I would totally
Yeah.
understand if he never wanted to look at it. Like from an artist to artistic standpoint, you know what I mean? Like I can understand why he'd never want to look at it, because whatever his original intentions, very little of his spirit was carried on in the years of development since. And you know, we've seen through the various reactions to the story and retcons and the way the story was originally handled that there's a lot to take umbrage with.
disrupted my
you know, at
sequence
least
simulation.
Marty for the most part. Michael Salvatore and Marty have been working together for many, many years prior to his departure from Bungie. So you could say that as a composer, you know, as the Robin to Marty's Batman,
We've thought about that.
compositionally, you could say that a lot of what Michael Salvatore does is very much in the vein of what Marty would have done. But I don't feel like the story got that, you know. The story definitely did not get that, those kid gloves upon being out of Joe Staten's hands. I mean, wasn't it a rogue Bungie employee that preserved the grimoire and like snuck it in there and threw it up on the internet?
Yeah.
Like that was rogue. So I can see why artistically he may not want to look at it. Kind of like the way Quentin Tarantino just disavows natural born killers after Oliver Stone's all over it.
100%.
I can totally understand why he would feel that way.
He
Oh yeah, no, go on. You sound like you have some added insight to that little movie factoid.
No,
You are the movie buff.
yes, he will not even discuss it. Like, if you were to ask him a question about natural born killers, he's like, I have nothing to say about it because it's not my movie.
Like damn. That's serious
Yeah.
for Quentin Tarantino to disavow some of his own work. You know, you have to have committed an infraction, and I can understand totally. Like, you know, when you have a certain creative vision, when you have something in particular in mind. I was coming to get you. All right. No, next time just let me know. But yeah, I can understand totally when you've got a certain vision in mind. Why this is like you pooping on my children's.
Yeah, what are you doing?
I wanted
to
you
my
to
baby?
babysit, and you just decided we're gonna poop on his kids.
Yeah.
I think that's why.
I think that's why he is the way he is when it comes to his films. Because, I mean, he is involved in every aspect of it.
True that.
Like, he does the casting himself, he chooses all the music, he does location scouting. Like, you know, a lot of directors don't do that stuff. They trust other people to handle
That's
that
true.
for them. You know, like,
But he's crazy involved. Like you said, like every step of the way,
Yeah.
he's crazy involved with his films.
yeah. Yeah, I guess because he knows what it's like. You know, this is like one of his earlier experiences as a filmmaker.
Oh, yeah?
You know, he was not the Tarantino that we know today. Yeah, no, when Natural Born Killers came out, he had done like he only had like
I got you.
one credit. He had what was that movie?
Reservoir Dogs.
Even no,
Wow, before
that.
Reservoir Dogs?
Even
I thought
like,
Reservoir Dogs was the first.
Yeah. It was the first one that he directed.
Oh, but he had writing credits. Oh, True Romance.
Even I'm having trouble keeping track.
Yeah, True Romance. He wrote True Romance. It's basically Natural Born Killers.
Get out of there before the entire
Wow.
assemblage is out.
So that's a early baby.
That's early. Yeah.
Celebrate shoulders.
I mean-
Come on. All right. Just had to get that out.
Like, yeah, I mean,
Yes.
I remember especially when Kill Bill came out. It was like he is involved in every aspect of this. Like he had to choose everyone in particular. That's why his casting is so wonky sometimes. You're just like, whoa, you just James Madsen, huh?
Mhm.
I mean Michael Madsen. Like, yeah, okay. All the costumes, like the yellow tracksuit. Like those are all very specific choices.
Oh yeah, that's like a tribute to the
You
Bruce
know,
Lee,
it's
the
not
Enter the
like
Dragon outfit.
yeah.
Even the music, the
Mhm.
composer that did the music, like he's very meticulous with that kind of thing. I've
Mhm.
noticed.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, oh man, even the composer that he'd gotten for like the Hateful Eight and the cinematographer were just very, very, very deliberate
Right.
choices, artistically. And of course, had worked on many
Yeah.
westerns in the past. And Django Unchained, of course, speaks for itself. Because it's like an offshoot of like the old, like the Western Django.
Mhm.
D is silent, motherfucker.
Right. Yeah.
D Django.
The Django. All right, we gotta go talk
Alright.
to Van. See what
All
he's
right,
got
let's
to
do
say.
it. I love that movie. I love that movie for several reasons, but I like that for so many people I know personally. Unbelievably, this and not Ray was their like Jamie Foxx acceptance movie. I was like, y'all sleeping on Jamie Foxx? Yeah, like a lot of people I know. I mean, it's hard to separate Jamie Foxx from for some people, and especially like black people. I will say in particular, because the viewing audience of the Jamie Foxx show, though it does have many fans and many cult fans, predominantly black. Come on, it was on UPN. Underpaid
Yeah.
Negroes had that on lock. They had Brandy, they had Moesha, they had the Jamie Foxx.
Underpaid me.
What? That's what we called it in the. That's what we called it in the 90s. We had UPN, all of those shows. It's very hard for for a lot of people to separate Jamie Foxx from the Jamie Foxx they know from the Jamie Foxx show and from his various stand-ups. So when Ray
Yeah.
came out and it was like a hit, like a lot of people kind of skeptical, and a lot of people just like skipped on it just because of that alone. I was like, what? No, that was the moment. That was the moment. He was like. He had the perfect career crescendo of credibility, because around the time he made Ray, he was also on his singing game, because Kanye West had put him on to slow jams on College Dropout, and that was when we got like the first taste of my man Jamie Foxx in that R&B singing voice, And then he had his album come out right after that, so it's like, all right, the man's a bona fide singer. Okay, he can act. And then Ray just combined both of those things, along with around the time Ray came out. That was when Kanye West was doing Late Registration. So Gold Digger, that impeccable, that was not a sample, okay? That impeccable Jamie Foxx refrain on the hook. She take my money. That was Jamie Foxx. That was but what I'm saying is, the flawless impression that went along with that song's hook, like that was just a perfect storm for Jamie Foxx to just be catapulted into the limelight as a triple threat. Man did comedy, man did acting, man did singing, like it was all there, okay? So, but it took a few people to like really catch on, but I don't know anyone who slept on him after Django Unchained. For a lot of people, that was like oh shit, I better go watch Ray now. I was like, oh, I better go back in the catalog. Like, did you see Ray? See?
No,
Do you see? Yeah. See what I mean? You ain't see Ray. You were not giving Jamie Foxx that shine. You gotta go see Ray. What? Listen. One of the last things that Ray Charles did before he died, no, really, was work on this movie. Jamie Foxx, spent a lot of time with Ray Charles, paid attention to him, his mannerisms, the way he moved, the way he would, the animated way he would move when he performed, and the way he would enunciate certain things, and of course, his like when he was in his drug addiction, and he had a lot of stuff going on, like he talked to Ray. He spent a lot of time with him. The man himself before he passed. So it's an extra special role in that case. My man like took on the spirit of this man and very much very much earned that Oscar. That was not an Oscar freebie. That wasn't like, oh, we gotta match the black people on the stage because we don't want them to walk out with a white presenter. And nope. My man earned that Oscar every bit of the way. He disappeared.
Gotta match the black people.
Man, you know how that be. I'm just saying, politics. They be politicking. We're not even gonna talk about the recent initiatives for the Best Picture Oscar, but they always be politicking over at the Oscars. But to keep the focus on Mr. Fox, yes, that was a Django Unchained. That was the moment. That was the moment. And the most interesting thing about Django Unchained to me, besides Jamie Foxx's unforgettable performance, thought it was quite unforgettable. I really liked that role top to bottom for him, is that it was originally written for Will Smith. And it's so crazy because Jamie Foxx owned that role in a way that I can't even imagine it having been done by Will Smith. Like, I feel like he doesn't disappear enough in order to give that role the kind of gravitas, it deserved in the areas where it had in the areas where he had, poignancy, where it blatantly wasn't, being satirical or being comedic about, some very real things. I feel like Jamie Foxx had the ability to disappear into the role in those moments where Will Smith would have just stuck out like a charismatic sore thumb in the middle of all that racism. Like, and it's not Will Smith's fault. He's just that kind of actor,
He's just Will Smith, He's
it's hard for him to turn it off.
Even though we've seen him.
I've memed him though. I feel bad because I memed him. Like, I want to see Collateral as much as any other person, but I can't get the tell the truth. Tell the truth. Like, I can't not meme Concussion. I can't not meme that. I can't not meme that. But that's because Will Smith, he's just so Will Smith that like Don Cheadle in Hotel Rwanda, I may have to watch it for like 10 minutes and get the Will Smith with an African accent. I gotta get over that hurdle, and then maybe I'll be able to enjoy the rest of the movie. I had to do the same thing with Don Cheadle. When he was hot after Crash, and then he had Hotel Rwanda. I was like, what? I have to get in here for my family. What, Don Cheadle? Is that you? You got the full African? Oh man, you one of the Hutus for sure. You ain't the Tutsis. You too dark. He a straight Hutu in this movie. Cut down the tall trees.
What about?
Sorry, it's a very emotional movie.
I didn't see
What?
Rwanda.
Oh my God! All right, we streaming this February. We about to just have a Black History Month. She out here just not watching Ray, not watching Hotel Rwanda. Just did you see 42? Did you see Get On Up? Clearly, we gonna have to have the Chadwick Boseman / Jamie Foxx / Don Cheadle African American movie variety hour, because there's a list of movies here required watching that you have just not seen. We gonna have to get in it. Unacceptable. The only Chadwick Boseman, the only legendary African American icon you've seen Chadwick Boseman perform as is T'Challa. Nope. We're gonna have to fix that.
Yeah. He was also in that other movie where he plays like the
woman. You stop that. Yeah, you do forget. That's why I said we're gonna see Get On Up. That's the James Brown movie. We're gonna see 42. That's the Jackie Robinson movie. And then we gotta see, I don't know, there's something on Netflix right now called like The Last King in Scotland or something like that. He's like this South African man who's like looking for his sister and nephew, something like that. It's been trending high, I assume, because of recent tragedy. But that's a Chadwick Boseman movie I have not seen, but it looks quite good. Chadwick had that about himself. Very good actor. Disappears. But yeah, clearly I'm gonna have to make a list of the blackness. You have not seen the blackness, and then we'll round it off with something silly like Blank Man. You've probably never seen Blank Man. Have you ever seen Blank Man? Oh, thank Jesus.
I thought when I was like, I mean, I don't know. I think I saw it when I was a kid and I didn't really get it.
So you don't. So like when I said to Cabbage that one day, I was like, I'm gonna peel the skin off your behind, boil it, and make soup. You didn't know where I got that from? That was from Blank Man. That's what Blank Man's grandmother, like when they were kids, he was playing around. That's what his grandmother said to him. Boy, I'm gonna peel the skin off your behind, boil it, and make soup. You listen. Being raised while black is a very interesting, somewhat comical, but an experience that is often fraught with terror among the discipline and, you know, pressure to be a constant monolith. We are not a monolith. I know we're not, but, you know, despite our protestations, we always got to rep the race whenever we out there in these streets. Dunk it, you fool! And the Vex event is over. What are we doing on this planet, girl?
Thanks to you.
Well, I was gonna talk to Van.
Did you talk to him yet? I thought you was gonna do that like 10 minutes ago.
No. But did you talk to him? I'm not.
I can't talk to him for you.
Alright, let me
You gotta
talk to
talk
him.
to the blind man. We were just talking about Ray Charles.
Okay.
What is
okay,
this? Have we no respect for the blind man of destiny?
Alright.
The only blind man in destiny? Representation matters. He's a blind Egyptian man, by the way.
Sure.
All right, that's 2 boxes. 2 boxes. No, that's 3 boxes. He's
Alright.
blind.
Is he Egyptian?
He's blind. He's brown. Okay? He's brown enough. He passes.
How do you know?
Because of the music in this
What
place.
he is. He's wearing his hood.
It's the Trials of Osiris. Who's Osiris? Yes, that's an Egyptian god, okay? We gonna take this Mercury motif.
Right, but it's not in reference to the actual Osiris.
Where do you think he got it
Osiris is a
from?
warlock.
Why do you think this place is so dusty? Why do you think it's... Look at all these pyramids.
I
The
know,
iconography is everywhere.
All
It's
right,
Africa.
chill out.
Sorry. It's hot. The sun is out. Brother Vance is
Alright.
brown. You know, there's pyramids everywhere. The music has a very distinct Middle Eastern vibe to it. I mean, I don't know. I just kind of took Mercury as surrogate Africa. You know?
I mean, definitely has an Egyptian motif, but I don't know that Brother Vance is Egyptian. Is Egypt even still
I mean,
there?
Osiris don't look white either. Osiris is out there looking pretty brown too. I mean, black warlocks are not exactly an unknown thing. I mean, we got Ikora, you know. We got black warlocks on the timetable.
Mhm.
You know, we got Lord Saladin. You know, we
Yeah.
got some brown people out here in these streets. But I don't know. Yeah, I every time I'm on Mercury, I feel like I'm in the Prince of Persia, and I'm talking like the original ones, like Sands of Time, like distinct Middle Eastern vibes. I could be wrong, but you know,
Yeah.
I could be wrong, but you know, I like to think that gives me peace. I've arrived.
Well, all right. Here's what brother.
Approaching
Okay.
her.
Here's what Brother Vance
Tell me what wisdom.
is saying. It says, Brother Vance listens to your report with great interest. When you are finished, he smiles serenely.
Okay.
You have done me a great kindness.
There are two
I
types
said,
of people.
I regret I
What?
cannot join you on this.
God.
Follow Osiris.
For a long moment, he stands peacefully in his cluttered sanctuary. I met Osiris once, Vance says. Write music, he told me,
Ah, guard.
among other things.
The portents told
The
me.
sacred tones came from the lighthouse.
Hmm.
The words are my own. No, not the tale of Osiris. My song is not one of worship, but one of hope, shining brightly in the dark. I will walk into the infinite forest and spread
Oh,
hope,
shit.
Garden. He gives you a beautiful smile. Hope for the future.
Bruh.
What?
I don't want to be a cynic. I mean, I know I'm unwittingly placed in that position, you know, around my more hopeful peers. But did Brother Vance just say that he's gonna go into a place with infinite fake realities and spread hope amongst all the fake realities?
Yeah, apparently that's
'Cause
what
those
he's
are
gonna do. He's gonna go into the infinite forest and spread
Among the-
hope.
Among the
What does that
fake
even mean?
among the
Doesn't make
fake
any
realities
sense.
that exist in the infinite forest? So they're just gonna be fake realities?
Dude, you're just the stupidest of them all right now.
I mean, bro,
I swear.
I feel like, all right, now, this in so many words.
You deserve to be shot for
This
that.
in so many words, and
Yeah.
phonetically stated by our dear friend, just kind of sounds like he wants to protect the Infinite Forest, to go into it almost the same way Osiris did with all of his, excuse me, good God, to go into the Infinite Forest almost like Osiris did, and kind of, I don't know. That's what it sounds like. I mean, he's gonna go in there and spread hope. Does that mean he's gonna try and keep the darkness from getting in there and de-hoping it, taking all of the simulation out of
I
the
don't-
simulation? I mean, I'm sure the darkness would have fun in the infinite. You know what? If I were a gambling man and Destiny were a really short story, that's totally how I'd trap the darkness. I'd show it the Infinite Forest. And the darkness would be like, oh shit, you mean no matter what I do, I could just keep doing it over and over and over again? The same way? And have just an infinite number of realities that all end the same way? And I'd be like, yeah, man, use the Infinite Forest. I mean, anything's possible. Really? Any reality? It's just like giving the darkness the God code to a fake... It's like literally trapping the darkness in the Matrix. Like, the darkness would be in a reality where it can just do whatever the hell it wants and sword logic it up and just see every possible outcome and probably find itself full on the monotony of, I guess, never-ending purpose. And we could just exist in the real world with the Traveler and just, you know, chill. You know? I would totally do that. The darkness would be like, holy
Sure.
shit, yeah! And then as soon as they get in there, have Osiris just lock it. Be like, yeah. Yeah, we did that. So, who wants some Radiolarian pina coladas? You know, I just
Radiolarian pina coladas.
Radiolaria colada, but no. But I don't know. What do you make of that? What do you make of Brother Vance's
Other than sheer stupidity.
you know, I was hoping my man would not be carried out on a flower bed of fanaticism. But that's probably the most disappointingly fanatical thing I've ever heard him say. And we're like 3 years into Destiny
Like-
2. You know what I mean? Like, he said a lot of shit.
What the hell?
He's just gonna go.
He's just gonna go into the Infinite Forest, like randomly. Does he realize that that's how we lost Thing 14 the first time?
Maybe he's hoping to become as powerful as him. I mean,
Yeah, but that.
how long was Osiris in there?
Thing 14,
Oh, I thought- I'm sorry.
though.
For some reason, I thought you said Osiris.
Well, Osiris is probably the most powerful warlock that we
Yeah, he
know
spent
of.
quite a lot of time in there
And,
before he was able to like split himself into
Brother
infinite
Love.
realities.
Brother Vance is not Osiris, okay?
No, he's not. I want to be nice, but he's not. Like, I really want to be nice, dear, but he's not. Fuck.
Alright, we're gonna talk to Anna now.
Alright, I'm gonna fool around out here and do some
And
escalation
see
protocol.
what's up. Okay.
I'm trying to get some more bow multi-kills.
Okay. Evacuation Mars. Hey, Anna. You're a lot more sane than most of these. I hope we get a positive result here.
Yeah.
I'm
She's the only
glad-
person who can take her charge away with a
Thank you,
flash
Beth.
drive. I'm gonna stay here for Rasputin. No, you're not. I brought the 2 terabyte. You're leaving with us, Anna. Your sister's about to come back in the expansion. No, we're not leaving you behind. No capes? That's exactly what we're grabbing you by. Taking you out of here.
We're grabbing you by the cape.
Alright, now sorry. Back to Anna.
Alright. It says, I'm glad Zavala sent you back down. Anna says and smiles. He's been asking after Red. It's sweet. Here's what I've learned. When he was attacked, Rasputin pushed some of his signal back along.
Ah!
Easy disguised as something benign. We need to find it.
VPN.
We can also help the Vanguard. Mars Hive are using a ritual to strengthen Savathun. Disrupt it. And while you have your weapon drawn, she gestures out the window. That's words. A towers jet from Crimson Doom. Enact escalation protocol. Attract Hive. All the Hive you can. And do what you do. She takes a breath. He's still out there, she says. We're both counting on it.
Keeping hope alive, huh, Anna?
Mm-hmm.
I'm with it. Now, see, that sounds hopeful. See, because like I said, she's the only person out of all of us who can actually stick whatever it is she actually wants to defend on this rock on a damn hard drive. You are not staying here for Rasputin. As a matter of fact, we don't even know how much of Rasputin is left after that DDoS. Like she said, he pushed himself out through the relay. Again, gotta love how that one mission we did at the beginning of Destiny 1, literally the 4th mission in the game, has somehow come back in Destiny 2 as a story detail. Love it. Had we not opened them relays, Rasputin would have been like, where am I supposed to back this up to? What do you mean I have no more iCloud storage? Oh no.
Alright, so, we
Okay,
gotta
fine.
go into the mine lab. Is it
Don't
down this
respond to
hallway?
that at all. That was mean and rude. A little bit rude. No,
Oh,
it's
I'm
cool.
sorry.
It's cool.
I'm
Don't
sorry.
respond to that at all. It's all good. You're like, yeah, anyway. Safe from the ramblings
I
of
was
the
looking
resident
at the map.
penguin. Yes, dear. The mind lab is right down the hallway from Anna. If you want to go there now, I'm down.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
on the part where I'm collecting radiant seeds. There's just so many orange bars in Escalation Protocol, but something tells me we're not going to leave Mars without doing Escalation Protocol. At least once.
Oh, really?
I mean, it's Mars. I mean, if we're...
What, pray
I mean, the
tell?
fact that we are just casually touring our way through heaps of, you know, Destiny content of time past. I mean, how could we go to Mars without doing at least a few rounds of Escalation Protocol? I mean, we do
Indeed.
have to cultivate
You're
some
correct.
hive, do we not? Look at that. Wow. Do you ever just marvel at this? Like, we are never going to be able to see this again. I'm taking a screenshot right now. Yep, taking a whole screenshot of this. Look at this.
Wow.
It's Rasputin's main core on Mars. Did you ever think we'd see this?
No.
It's his main processing unit. Look how big that thing is. And when you think about, like, remember the video I showed you of me running down into Site 6? When you think of how large some of the...
Ooh, look.
What?
Go ahead, I'm sorry. I didn't
What am I
mean to
looking
cut you off. Sabathun's eye right
What? Where? I don't see no eyes.
right there. Maybe you
I
caught
might
it,
have
maybe you got
gotten
it
that,
already
yeah.
then.
Because I don't see anything. As a
Yeah.
matter of fact, thank you. I'm going to equip mine.
Okay.
Let me equip my effigy.
Okay.
Alright. We're at the point where I'm collecting bow stuff anyway. But yeah, you know, when you think of, like, when I showed you that video of me running down into Site 6, when you think of how large some of Rasputin's central processing units are strewn out throughout the galaxy,
Mm-hmm.
like, just being in the presence of this thing is just mind-boggling. Like, we saw
Yeah.
the original Rasputin when we picked up Fellwinter's Lie. To think that that one little satellite grew to an autonomous intelligence that is housed in this giant honking thing that literally spans the surface of a good deal of Mars. You know, I just feel, I
Yeah.
genuinely feel some type of way when I just, it's very hard to acknowledge the scope of this game at times. And I really hope they pull back the FOV for the Series X version of this, because the FOV really needs to be pulled out. Like, because there are moments when you just cannot appreciate the sheer scope of what's in this game. Here, dear, come back up here. Remember that computer you used to look at a lot and go, why is this here? we can't interact with it, but it's pointing us to this little computer up here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, should you get back up here?
Wait, let me
Yo,
try and
floof
get back
butt.
up there.
Yo, floof yourself back. All right, clearly I got it. Look, come over here. Come
I'm
over here.
floofing.
Crab meat. All right, stand on this
Hello.
computer, right? And when you floof,
Mm-hmm.
floof straight, like just floof straight up, and then fly forward. Yeah. The hotness about the
hello.
burst glide is that it gives you a nice boost of momentum first, and then you get control.
Mm-hmm.
So the initial floof is always floof.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, here's that fun computer we could interact with.
The computer no one used ever. Ooh, data log.
What?
What?
Data.
Ain't that not?
And now you get to do something you've never done.
Okay, now.
Because I'm gonna make you do it.
Okay.
Now what do we gotta do?
Escalation protocol.
I tried to tell her. All right, check this out. We're gonna run out of Rasputin instead of fast traveling. So come this way. We're gonna go back the way we came, and I just need you to dig on just how weird and how different this area looks when you run through it backwards. Because that kind of hit me upside the head. Let's take one more look at Rasputin. Oh my God, Rasputin. Massive.
Rasputin. It's Rasputin's
Ridiculous. All right. Let's go this way. I'm telling you, we're going to play Destiny 1. Some point before Beyond Light comes out, we're going to play Destiny 1. We're going to do the Last Array. We're going to do the hive inside of Rasputin's cheeks. We're going to do Fallen Shank. Any Rasputin-involved mission on Earth, we're going to do. We're going to Cosmodrome it up. Doesn't this look funky running through it backwards?
It's Aggie!
Yeah, that too. I could have sworn, weren't some of the strikes backwards at one point when they turned into heroics? I'm not sure. Some of
Yeah,
them
they
were
were.
backwards, weren't they? They need to do that again. I do notice that on some stages, like Savathun's song, there are actually multiple paths that you can run through that kind of randomize. Which, yeah,
Oh, yeah.
there's like different pathways through the arcology that pop up when you do Savathun's song repeatedly. You never run through it the same way more than, well, I can't say the same way twice, but there's just several ways to run through it. Because of all the different paths in and out of the arcology. It's interesting. It's just, it's all interesting.
Okay.
Alright, but yeah, see? Isn't that funky when you run out of it that way?
That was interesting. Yeah,
Now-
that was cool.
I think our Umbral traces tie into Escalation Protocol this week. Ergo. We could do some Escalation Protocol, crack
Oh,
two
great.
birds with one crack, 2 stones cracked. Oh! Speaking of which, I did not tell you. I discovered something the other night. Something that I have not seen anywhere else on Reddit,
Oh?
on internet, on anything. I'm not going to say I'm the first. I may not be, but I definitely discovered this on my own. So when we were doing the Whisper last night, I just on a lark decided to, because I was already using the Ruinous Effigy as you to get those Savathun eyes, because the first 2/3 of the Whisper is platforming, and the last third is combat. So if you don't go into the Whisper with the Ruinous Effigy equipped, you will not have any ammo in it to actually destroy the eyes. Because when you switch to it, it takes all your ammo away. Yeah. So, given that I already had it equipped, I picked up a transmutation sphere. And you know you know when you have to destroy a blight? Alright, so I took a transmutation sphere, and you know how the L button gives you the what I dubbed the field of no?
Yeah.
Jessica, if you use the field of no while standing inside of a blight, you know how the little aura around a blight damages you while you're standing in it?
Yeah.
If you use a transmutation sphere and use this L button thing, it heals you inside the blight while damaging the blight.
What?
Yes. I found this out last night while playing don't forget, destroy the crystals. I found this out last night while doing the Whisper quest. If you, I tried it, multiple characters, multiple, like, it works. I tried it on your Warlock, I tried it on my Titan, it works. It's just a thing that it does. That innocent little transmutation spear heals you while destroying the hell out of the Blight and doing a ton of damage. Which, I don't remember anyone at Bungie saying this. I don't remember anyone telling me that the weapon did this. But it's very interesting that it can siphon darkness and use it to heal you while you're using it offensively. And just like that weird mechanic with the little spheres in the Corrupted mission that Bungie doesn't tell you about, where you can throw the little orbs to your teammates and power them up. That's a thing. They stuck it in there. Can't be a mistake.
Wow.
The Bungie, I'm on to you.
No, it's not a
I thought that was very interesting. That threw me for a loop. As you can imagine. Dunk! Sorry. This is such a fun PvE weapon. But yeah, I discovered this. Also, shoutouts to you, dear. I noticed something about the way you utilize your engrams and your weapons, and I have to learn something from you. Because while playing as you, I noticed that you have a ridiculous amount of 1054 and 1055 weapons. Your power cap is higher than mine. Your power cap is like 2 light higher than mine. Yeah, you get 1054s and 1055s as drops. I get 1052s and 1053s. Yes, your power cap is actually higher than mine, despite, you know, everything else I'm doing that I do. And I think it's because you really take your pinnacles and your really high-powered weapons seriously. Like, you equip them right away. You infuse them right away. I don't do that. I often sit on weapons because I don't know what I want to infuse it with. But I think not using these higher weapons is affecting my power cap. Like, negatively. Because I'm not equipping them or using them. So I'm thinking to myself, like, I need to start doing that the way you do. Because I was like, your Trinity Ghoul is 1055. I went to the Umbral Decoder. If you go to the decoder for all of your Umbral engrams, you know no matter what level they are, the decoder will decode them at your power cap, right? Like when you refine them into armor focused, weapon focused. Yeah, that's why you have a 1054 Falling Guillotine. Because your Prismatic Recaster just casually drops 1054s. And your Prime Engrams and Exotics are 1055s and 56s. I'm like, girl, you just taught me things. So I'm about to respect my power caps a little bit more. Because you are winning out here in these streets, okay? Now, I think you have to kill a boss. You have to kill bosses, don't you? We have to at least get up to the boss. So we're gonna have to P and Q it up on this since it looks like it's only the 2 of us out here. Unless you want to try the other location. 3 of us out here. We're not gonna get very far if we're not on our Qs and
3
Ps.
of us, yeah.
So pay attention to the destruction. As soon as the Shadow Rift appears, we'll take that beast, and then from there on, it's just surviving and beating the bosses, which is, we're more than capable. Like, this is a 750 activity.
Yeah.
So we got this. Yeah.
Yeah.
We just have to pay attention. All right. Yeah. Got to pay attention to where the Shadow Rift is.
Looks like we got.
Because lots of people waste time on the Shadow Rift and don't realize that's cutting into your time overall. You got to get to the Shadow Rift as soon as possible.
Yes.
This man is called Yeret the Forgotten. I'm about to put some ruinous effigy into this man's chest. Excuse me.
I got one.
I got one.
Calibrated my
Yay.
bow frame. I calibrated. Alright. Now it's just clearing out Hive. They'll spawn in the main area. The boss will spawn in the middle. Just take out as many Thrall, Rad as you can. We'll get a boss before we know it.
Okay.
I like the Relic Sword. I miss more stuff like this, you know?
Me too.
We need more weapons like that. There better be a stasis equivalent of this, like some kind of darkness chain whip or something. I want more varied and interesting melees. You know, if you really want people to use swords, they reworked swords, you know, tell me you mean it. Like, the samurai sword and the broadsword are a nice touch. Like, what would you add to the game? Since warlocks don't have a special weapon to call their own, what would you personally ascribe to a warlock? Like, hunters have samurai swords, titans have the broadsword of death. What would you make? Shoot through it. Or we can just beat the boss to death. I mean, you know, I'm flexible.
Yay! That worked out. Let me think. Oh, you're right. These Umbra Ungrams are also stacking.
That they do. And those are all potential 1054s for you. Like, you could actually exceed my light at that rate, because all of my armor is like, let's see. Yeah, all of my armor is like 1051, 1052, 1052, 1053. If you use those umbrals that you have to get yourself some holdfast armor or get yourself exclusively armor, you could be higher light than me, because your weapons are already higher light than mine.
Ooh.
They just are. I mean, you are rocking 1054s and 55s. Like, there's no reason your light should be lower than mine, aside from the, you know, artifact bonus. But I could totally see you being 1071 by the end of tonight, if you decode those beasts. What?
Okay.
Oh, they got the Valkyrie. Yeah, see, more Valkyries. There better be like a stasis Valkyrie that just freezes people.
More. Oh man.
There's gonna be a mission in the Cosmodrome. Anna's gonna tell us to collect stasis data for Rasputin. Rasputin's gonna make a stasis Valkyrie. I'm calling it. It's a javelin you throw at the ground, it just freezes people. And it's a javelin that has the ability to freeze and shatter. So you could throw it once to freeze a bunch of enemies and then throw it again to shatter them. Calling it. If not, know that Luke Smith stole it from me on this stream, 9/12/2020. Know that Luke Smith took it.
I have just what you need.
Just a few days after Destiny's birthday.
Again, we know Luke Smith listens. You know, he's usually
like
watching the expert playlist.
I feel like if YouTube's auto captioning, you know, is putting in work, then the auto generated captions definitely know every time I say Luke Smith. So it's in the metadata for our videos. So if Luke Smith is the kind of person that has like Google alerts placed on his name, because you can totally do that, put Google alerts on your name every time it's mentioned on the webs.
Yeah.
Yeah, every time I invoke the name, our stream pops up. Anytime I had a protracted Luke Smith rant. That time I sent you that picture of him with the dollar signs in his eyes. That I expertly cribbed from a Joker thumbnail. That is not mine. I took that from a Joker thumbnail. It was so appropriate though. I think it was from the video. It was like, Bungie is sunsetting weapons in order to resell them to you later. It was like a picture of Luke Smith. Dollar signs. I do wonder how he feels though. He's probably just shitting a brick now that all three of the subclass datas are out. Just shitting the spinfoil brick about the implications.
You think? Oh, you mean Joker?
Yeah. Just shitting a spinfoil brick about these wonderful new stasis powers.
All of the data was recovered. Sending it your way, Anna.
Got it. Thanks, Guardian.
Did we bomb that? I feel like we bombed. I feel like we bombed it. Yeah, we did, because we didn't activate the heroic. I was trying to destroy the Shriekers, but the Squeakers won. How many more bosses do you need?
Let me see. I need two more.
Okay. We can get those from the first 2 levels again. One thing I noticed about Escalation
Yeah.
Protocol, having done it enough to get some of the catalyst, is that after you finish it the first time, you can start it up again right away, and it'll start you from level 6. I
Yeah.
love that. Yeah,
That's
because they
new.
give you, it gives you more chances for drops. I actually want to complete the Midnight Exigent armor because it makes me look like a Rasputin frame. And you know, some small part of me still thinks that Bungie may just drop the freaking shotgun for me. I mean, I can't believe I went the entirety of Destiny
No.
2's lifespan. No? There's no weapons in the drops?
No. No, there are weapons, but the shotgun, I don't think
I don't care.
drops from Escalation.
It used
Protocol.
to.
I think it drops from.
That's where you got it originally. Like pre-nerfs, it came from Escalation Protocol.
Okay,
That's where all the Ikelos weapons are supposed to come from.
Oh, okay.
The sniper rifle,
Well, okay.
the submachine gun, which you can now get from engrams, and the shotgun.
I think now it drops from the prophecy.
Really?
I
So
think
it's not.
I don't know how.
Is
I
it
know
updated?
that.
That means it's. Does that mean it's updated and not getting sunset? I mean, the Ikelos sniper and submachine gun got new leases at life. Oh my god! Also, check your
Yeah.
vault. I got you a fantastic roll of the Ikelos sniper rifle. It's got like no distractions and box
I was
breathing.
wondering why that was.
Oh
sitting
yeah,
there.
that came from me messing around in the recaster. That's a really good roll. It's got no distractions and box breathing. No distractions severely cuts down on the flinch while you're aiming. It increases the range and reduces the flinch while you're aiming it. And box breathing increases your accuracy and handling after you've aimed down the sights of a sniper for a while. Add that to a 7 magazine. High impact. It's a beast.
Nice.
So it's an energy sniper.
Nice.
Yes. All right. I feel like we're almost.
Interesting.
I feel like we're almost there.
Yeah, I just need one more. Thank you for that, dear.
Yes.
For this.
I have the patience. You know, I know you're like, how am I supposed to turn in these 3,000 coins? I'm that kind of guy. I will sit there and just hit A. Like I'll put on a YouTube video or some, or some music. And I will do it. I'll just sit there and hit A. Just, all right, yeah. Drops. Drop. More drops. Did I not tell you about how in high school I was part of but tapped out of the initiative to reach level 100 in Kingdom Hearts before you leave the first island?
Oh my god.
Because we
What?
found out that it was totally possible to level Sora up in the very beginning of the game of Kingdom Hearts. In fact, because there's no cap and because the game is the game, you could in fact level Sora up to an obscene level before leaving the first island. And do you know how we figured this out? Do you remember the original Kingdom Hearts, Boo? Okay,
Yeah, I
so you remember
remember.
like on the opening
I don't
island,
like the idea
like you
of
meet
the
Kairi, you meet
Locust Locust
Riku,
spray.
you
to secure the area.
then you get to practice fight against Riku on the beach. Well,
Yeah,
one
I
of
remember
Riku's
that.
special moves was he like throws this volleyball or whatever at you. Actually, it's Waka. When you're practice fighting Waka, he has attacks where he throws his blitz ball at you. If you time it right, when you hit Waka's blitz ball back at him, it gains you 2 experience. 2 legitimate experience. Yes. So there we figured if you keep parrying the ball back endlessly and Waka does the same thing, you could literally sit there and just keep going, and the experience you gain will level you up. I personally made it to level 27, which was effing monumental for me, okay? Like, that took a lot of hours, a lot of parrying, and a lot of music. And a lot of summer vacation free time. Oof. Boy, I tell you. Yeah. I got him up to level like 27 before I left the first island. The first 2 worlds were hilariously easy. I was killing things in 1 hit because you're not supposed to be that strong. But yeah, that was a thing. Someone actually did do it, as is, you know, customary for insane feats of gaming daring do. But yeah. So I figure, you know, I had the patience to do that. That's part of why I stopped playing RPGs. I have a lot of patience for like grinding and things of that nature. Like if I know there's a goal, yeah. That was probably one of the things that made me stop playing RPGs for a few years. But I did it. I know I have the patience to do that. You know?
Yeah.
Beating the Pyramidion 9 times in a row. Using nothing but a fusion rifle. You know I tried linear fusion so that I could at least like have all 3 of my weapons via nah. It literally meant secondary fusion rifles. That's why your ornament has special finisher on it, because it's rough out in them streets. Without enough special ammo, I just had to take those 1/3 of the super energy. Just 1/3 is not as much as it sounds like. It recharges pretty fast, but yeah. Got the grind in me. Tell me you got your 5th boss.
Let me check.
I'm just like absent-mindedly killing Hive. It's kind of funny, but also kind of sad.
I need more. I need one more.
Alright. Escalation protocol is not even active. Let's pop this on. Are you where I am?
There it is.
Wait, there is an escalation protocol already going on.
Yeah.
Alright, well. This should be the boss apocalypse.
Boss apocalypse.
Dear, I really want to throw hammers, but I really like having a throwable hammer, and I feel like that's not gonna... I'm not gonna get blessed with that option until the skill trees come out, which seems like it's a 1.5 years away. What should I do?
Really?
I'm telling you, the stasis subclass trees are definitely a testing ground for how well the community receives and utilizes it. And I do not doubt that when the Witch Queen comes out, we will have the customizable trees for the other subclasses. But I have a strong feeling that Beyond Light is all about stasis, so it's going to be like an expansion-worthy update that'll give us like full control over the first 3. I'm pretty sure of it. It seems like it would take them that long just to develop it anyway, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel that way. Yeah, I feel like we probably won't get customizable trees until the Witch Queen. So, what do you think I should do? Should I be about that hammer life?
What, you're not gonna be about that frozen punch life?
I mean, yeah, but you think I'm just gonna use stasis for a whole year and never switch back to the other subclasses?
Well, yeah, if you want to be about them hammers, be about them hammers.
I just don't get a throwable hammer when I'm not using Burning Maul. That's my conflict. Like I want to chuck hammers, but I'm trading chucking hammers for a shoulder charge. That does not have a convenient exotic to constantly buff it. So I'm committing to a 1 shoulder charge life, you know, and I'm losing my throwable hammer that I love. You know, I love saying boop. I'm taking away. I'm willfully losing my boops.
Yay, got my 5th boss.
I guess I'll figure it out. I could wear the Phoenix Protocol. I never used those boots. They kind of buff the what's it called? They buff the molten hammers. Sun Warrior lasts twice as long. Allies who pass through your sunspots are granted Sun Warrior. Yeah. Where is Sun Warrior? Oh, Sun Warrior's on the bottom tree. See, this is why we need customizable trees for the Sunbreaker. I hate this. If I want,
Alright. We gotta do, Deathly,
Deathly
Tremor?
Tremors on heroic. Sounds like another heroic mission.
On her Berwick. Alright. We're going over there.
I'm surprised she didn't ask us to like go pop Nokris in the eye. You know, Nokris is very
Right?
interwoven
I
into
feel like-
Savathun's overall narrative. Kinda surprised.
Yeah, but
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just gonna call me a butt and leave it there.
I guess my thought on that is that Nokris is already has already gone on to do other things. You know, he's no longer with Zol.
True.
He is, you know, he's aligned himself with Savathun,
True that.
and you know, every time we do interference, we hear him try and sway us.
He does, although he sounds very agnostic. If I do say so, he sounds pretty agnostic. You know, he doesn't seem to be for either side. He's kind of he's usually downplaying both sides. You ever notice that?
Yeah, that's true. He is.
Seems to be pretty fiercely doing that.
He's not so down for Savathun. But he is down for the thing that he discussed with her.
You're right. Yeah.
Static, and it's messing with my gear.
You know?
Can you find out what's causing it?
Give me 1 sec. I'm just switching a perk around because
Oh, if you don't have it, there's an Eye of Savathun.
oh, all right, yeah. Give me a second. I'm taking off a resilience mod because for some reason when I put on this chest armor, I have 119, and that's a no. Yeah, because
yeah.
anything above 100 doesn't really count for you. So why would I even?
Right.
That's a cheap compromise. I'm not willing to abide by. Oh, solar damage resistance. All right, what do you think? Solar resistance or boss resist? No, I'm sorry. Yeah, solar resistance or concussive dampener. Concussive dampener? Okay. I get in close with my swords. I'm all about that life. All right, let me catch up to you. Why am I using the DFA? Oh, because I'm mad at you. Okay.
If you just
I'm
'Cause you're
definitely
mad.
mad at you. I'll never forget the day I played as you and saw you just had the DFA just sitting in your... Oh, eyeball. Thank you. I'll never forget the day I looked through your vault and
Yeah.
saw the DFA just sitting in there. I'm like, yo, are you... That's what we doing now? We just leaving DFAs on the table? You got the gun version of the Mindbender's Ambition, one of the most sought-after hand cannons in all of Destiny, and you just leaving it in the vault on the... Excuse me. I was kind of mad at you. But now I have the DFA because it was given to me. It
yeah.
was given to me as part of this wonderful quest that's catching us all up on some of the best weapons in the game. Like, I'm so happy.
Yeah.
I never got the Mindbender's Ambition. I don't care if it's about to be sunset.
I never got it either. That was a great drop for me. I was like, whoa.
Did you notice that the funky hive runes that are etched all over that gun, did you notice that they light up when the gun has Rampage active?
Ooh, no.
You should
I
use
have
it
not
and
noticed
see.
that.
The gun has Rampage on it. I guess that's part of its role because whenever you activate Rampage, the runes on the gun start glowing. That's a nice little detail.
The hive are
Ooh.
carrying pieces of a machine.
I hate when bugs decide to build something. It's
That
always
just sounds
something
racist, Anna.
There's more static coming
That
from
sounds racist.
Can't have
Like you
experimental
straight calling them
Bugs,
bugs.
huh?
Like
Shut it down.
She turned up her nose like she heard it was made in China. She's like, ah. This is not up to my standard of not up to my standard of craftsmanship. And it's probably spying on us.
Oh no!
I want to take a second to note that this mission made me very cognizant of something, and I think you need to see this too, because you done ran past it. But I'm going to go revive you.
Okay.
Follow me out here.
Okay.
I think this is the only planet I can think of where you can kind of see a pyramid from underneath. And you can kind of see the underside of the pyramid.
Okay.
Of the Mars pyramid, anyway, from this angle. Yeah, look. You can actually see, like, underneath it.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, that's true.
Only
that's
planet
true.
I think I've noticed this on. Yeah, that was it. Just a little detail there.
Wow. This Mercury
Mars.
is, I mean, not Mercury. Mars is so different.
Isn't it? And it's building on a location from
Yeah.
the first game.
Yeah.
I would be very surprised if Mars didn't come back.
Man.
I think Mars. I think all.
I think Mars, I think all these planets are gonna come
No, I
back.
feel like it was off.
that's why they're.
I think that's why they're
I think that's why they're calling it.
I think that's why they're calling it content vaulting and not something.
Well, I mean, the moon did appreciate over time. I'm pretty sure. I cannot wait. You know,
Yeah.
you know how I feel about the Cosmodrome. Very nostalgic about that place. Literally watched an IGN staffer play the beginning of Beyond Light just so I could see the Cosmodrome mission at 60 frames per second and in 4K. And it was honking gorgeous. And it made me so hopeful. It just looked good. Because if you heard, the beginning of Beyond Light does not take you through the beginnings of the Red War campaign. It actually takes you through the first mission of Destiny 1 and then flies you to the tower. So the entire Cosmodrome mission from Destiny 1 is in Destiny 2. Except, you know, since Destiny 2 is in 4K and it's at 60 frames, oh, it was a hoot. I loved it. I got to see the Fallen crawl down the wall at 60 frames. By the way, can we make them do that again?
Mm-hmm.
That's so dope.
That is.
Like, it's clear that
That
this
is
first
dope.
mission was ripped from the earliest version of Destiny and not what Destiny became, because the Fallen are crawling on the walls in that mission and setting up trip mines.
They're in the wall.
The trip mine things is definitely
Yeah.
more in Destiny 2. But yeah, the whole Fallen setting traps and crawling on walls and hiding in the darkness, all of that is pretty much exclusive to that Cosmodrome mission. Oh yeah, destroy this thing. It's like a Hive server.
It's a
But
signal.
yeah.
They're calling something.
Thankfully, Azita Cross did not get nuked from orbit. He didn't do a video for a while, which had people kind of worried that he had, in fact, actually broken an NDA and was about to get dunked on legally. But, yeah, because remember he did that whole what he thinks Destiny 3 is going to be like and what,
Yeah.
so, you know, even he said in the video, like, I don't know if I'm, like, you know, saying something I shouldn't be saying, breaking an NDA, or... But, again, his intentions did not seem malicious. He didn't exactly drop a nuke, more like a theory based on what he had personally experienced. And he didn't really talk about any specifics of what they discussed in the meeting. So I feel like that legally kind of kept him in the clear. And he didn't do too much damage other than... I mean, he didn't do any damage, to be honest. He just opened up a line of speculation
No, not
that, if
at all.
anything, made people more hopeful about content vaulting. Because Bungie likes to be coy.
Right.
So, you know, I think that got him in the clear. But I totally agree with that theory. You know, if they need time to move things
Yeah.
into their new engine or spruce
Got a
things up,
fragment of the message.
then yeah,
Sabbath,
vaulting
emerge
is
from
a,
the deep. Take our power.
you know, I went
It's a
back
good
to the moon
option.
in Destiny 1. They definitely, yeah, not only does
Did
it
you?
look better, the skybox is more gorgeous, the camera view is pulled back, there's more land mass, the areas are more interconnected. Before, I think the Hellmouth was a bit of a dead end with one exit and one entrance. In Destiny 2, it has more than one exit and entrance. There's no more dead ends. The catch crashing into the right side of the map actually opened up a new avenue. And very beautifully recycled the catch from House of Wolves. Love that that was still in the data. Because you get to fight Nightmare Skolas in his old catch.
Yeah.
Nostalgia. But yeah, like, if that's about to happen to other planets, like, I would love a better Titan with far more arcology. That is an untapped resource.
Oh my god, yes.
And I better find Sloane there when we get back. In a bunker, in a Sloane bunker. You know, it's literally going to be Sloane alone, I called it. Sloane alone, Lost on Titan. Or Attack on Titan. Ooh, Attack on Titan. There's the subtitle. Alright.
There you go.
Ah! Bless the sword gauge.
Nice work. I'll spend some time wrapping my head around all of this. It's high,
Like this
so
motif.
sure
I'm just
it's gonna be
glowing.
strange. But at its core, their magic
This
is
chest
still
armor is
just
exotic.
science. I'll
Yeah.
get to the bottom of it.
That is very nice.
You'll become well acquainted with the Hollow Fire Heart when you Titan out. Your Titan training day is totally gonna be recorded.
Oh jeez. Alright. I think that's all we need. We need to just go back to Anna and see what she says.
Alright. Oh, well, there you go.
Mm. Yeah, I think the heroic adventures actually kick you out, which is
And they kick you
helpful.
out back to the
It
planet,
would have been
which
really
is like,
annoying.
thank you.
Yeah. Right? Not orbit.
Not freaking orbit. So, yeah, speaking about content vaulting, I remember I came back and I was like, hey, have some stuff to say to me about this Crucible. About these strikes, about this Gambit. I was thinking about this Gambit. And, yeah, I think you need to tell us about some Gambit. Okay, I'm slapping my hand here. Expectantly.
What is this sound?
I just
that
said I'm
you're
slapping my hand expectantly. Let's hear about what you think about these Gambit changes, because Gambit is getting changed, okay? I'm gonna lead in. There's no more giant blockers! No more 20 moat blockers. Why you do this to me? But please.
Yeah. They got apparently did not mean to do
You know what?
that.
How about you tell me?
Run straight over.
How about you percolate on it for a second? Tell me after you speak to Anna.
Mhm. Okay.
I'll kill some ice hive.
Alright, let's
Maybe
see.
look for an
Anna, what's
eyeball
up?
or two. Yeah, let me look for some eyes. Gotta be some eyes out here. Some eyes and ears. Some Sabbath and ears.
Okay. It says, Anna asked you to wait. I have to do some brain surgery with a soldering iron, she says. Soon, she pushes back from her desk. Blocky, black chunks of metal and a close frying breathes a small crack through the screen. Her voice is hushed, as if the child were sleeping. There isn't as much left as I had hoped. A fraction of a
Damn.
percent. But it's him.
Damn, they broke him.
She carefully lifts the frame. He's light, she says in surprise. Then louder. You in there, Red? The screen flickers soft orange. Anna beams as she turns to you. It's Valana, I'll bring Rasputin to the tower. Whatever happens next, we'll
Woo!
face it together. Rasputin's screen pulses weakly with blue tones. One holds strong. A rich, vibrant.
I knew it. Anna
All right.
would never lead us. Would never leave us. Okay. And like I said, that those Hunter Vanguard contracts are still open. Okay. Looks like our man Aldrin may be talking to us in the wild, saying nevermore. So we may need you more than ever at the tower, Anna. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. The
Yeah.
Colonel is lonely. Thank you. Okay.
The Colonel
Okay,
is
well, 1 out of 4 ain't bad. Man, this evacuation is a
Yeah,
resounding success. So,
we got
how much are
one
we
out of 4.
debuffing Zavala's morale? Need I remind you that the reward
I don't know,
for
we're
all
gonna
of
have
this
to...
is a weapon that contains lore highlighting his very specific, dejected, jaded, hopeless. I believe she described it as
Yeah.
sweet rot residing in our man. Who? All right, we going back?
Oh,
Yeah, like
jeez. Yeah, we
I
gotta
have
go
nothing
back to
but
the
bad
tower.
feelings. Okay, and unfortunately, I don't know. I may not be looking in the right place or at all, but I do not see any Savathun's eyes in this lost sector.
You doing a lost
Yeah.
sector?
Did you not hear me when I said I'm gonna go and look for some Savathun eyes and some Savathun ears? I said eyes and ears, you know. Yeah, because the Savathun eyes are they're like in lost sectors, they're hidden around the worlds themselves, they're all over the place. And there's 50 of the things. So I figured, I mean, if I found 3 in the Whisper, I figured, I don't know, maybe there'd be one hiding in a Mars lost sector. I'm not using a
Okay.
guide. This is fun.
Well, let me know when you're ready.
Sure. Give me... Where did they spawn me? Give me 5... Actually, give me 30 seconds. There is an eye down here. Come down here.
Okay.
I just saw it.
Okay.
Wow. Wow. All right. Hold on. Do you see where I am on the map? I'll come out and get you.
Okay.
I knew it. See? Productivity. Let me know when you're out in front of the Futurescape.
Okay.
All right,
I'm here.
coming for you. All right, you know where the second lost protocol, where the second escalation protocol activation thingy is? Head there.
Mm-hmm.
Next to the one right around the corner in the cut. You should see me, or see my name.
Okay. Yeah, I see your name.
All right. Hello, hello.
Hello.
This way.
Wait. Oof.
I'm here. If they respawn the enemies, I'm gonna lose it. You know what? I'm almost certain they're gonna respawn all the enemies.
Yeah, they're gonna respawn.
Hey guys, hammers. Throwable hammers. Never gets old.
Oh.
Nice. Oh, and that's where he was doomed to forever be a transmutation sphere. Oh, good lord. Everything's just exploding. I got you.
Guardian down.
Back, foul beast. Okay, so right before I was about to leave this place, dejected, thinking that I had entirely wasted my time, I looked up, and suddenly it became obvious to me. Boom.
Oh.
Right. All right. Now let's get out of here.
Very nice.
Yeah,
very
you know,
nice.
can never do with too many eyes. Oh, let's open the chest. Oops.
Don't forget the
I mean,
chest.
I was here for the
yeah.
eyes, you know.
A lot more valuable than the chest, if I'm
Touche,
being
touche.
honest. Alright, let's
Tell Zavala how we got 25% on our 4-question multiple choice test. Coming back with that D minus.
That is a 20. That is
That
an
F minus minus. I was trying to be nice, but you are right. You are in fact right. Yeah, that's just. It's not pretty. I mean, we tried, but
I mean, how am I supposed to tell Brother Vance that the Infinite Forest probably not what's up? I mean, just damn. That was the most disappointing one of all, I think. Because at least Asher Mir and Sloan actually have a shot, I think, at whatever it is they're trying to do. But Asher Mir, but what's his face, Ben? What's he gonna go do in the Infinite Forest? He's just a dude. There's literally nothing in there for him. It's a simulation.
he wants to be there when the darkness like first walks in and be like, "No, I cannot permit you to come into this." And before he knows it, they're already behind him and in the forest because he's actually blind. So,
Yeah.
Brother Vance, I want to think it's like, you know, Doctor Strange, where everybody's like using their chi a different way, and like, you know, maybe Brother Vance is using his light like Daredevil, just, you know, has the heightened senses, and maybe he's even got it like the Ben Affleck Daredevil, where it's like sonar. But I don't want to give them that much credit. I feel like Brother Vance is just blind, you know. Like, I'm sure he's good at what he does, but what is Osiris doing? Which is a more interesting question. I mean, sure,
That's
Brother
a
Vance
great
is our
question.
implement in the actual Vanguard who is recognized, but where's Osiris in the middle of all this? Where's his "I told you"? You know, you think he'd be the first one? Like, just flexing.
Yeah. Good question, actually. I don't know what Osiris is up to in the middle of all
Yeah, I
this.
feel like it's a question worth asking. Like, he's technically the head of all of this.
The last
you know?
time we saw him, he was getting the seed.
Getting the feed.
Yeah. Yeah, it's some lore. I'm gonna show you.
Sure.
Alright. Yeah, you ready to talk to Mr. Zavala here?
I never will be. So, let's just do it. This is such a
Okay.
disappointing conversation. It's like it's like when you tell your mom, like your mom sent you to the store to get some eggs, and they just didn't have eggs, or the only eggs they all had a broken egg in the case, and you had to take one with a broken egg. You had to come home and tell your mom, yeah, I brought the eggs, but like two of them's broke. This is what I feel like. This is what this makes me feel like.
Oh, this is
God.
great.
What am I missing? Oh, it's a speech. Wow, it's a whole speech.
Yeah, it's a whole speech.
Excuse me. Zavalech. Oh, Zavalo's not kidding. You see? I bet these are the words that Savathun is referencing when she says he turns his gaze from the traveler and like he speaks a speech that sounds like pride, but like she can hear the undertone. She can hear like the undertones of disappointment in it. Why do I have a feeling this is the speech she's referencing? I feel like when he turns around to speak to someone, and his words carry a lot of heft, and he hands them something, like he hands them a weapon, and they know not what it means, but he does. You know, like the weapon is called the Traveler's Chosen, but it's something that Zavala was holding. So if he's giving you the Traveler's Chosen, wouldn't that in itself be indicative of a loss of faith?
And a brave will join us in the tunnel with what she salvaged with her speaking.
I mean, he sounds really dejected. He's like, let Brother Vance chase shadows. We can waste no more time trying to stop him. Asher Mir will stand and fight. He still has the heart of a guardian. And Deputy Commander Sloan, you know, she
Yeah.
plans to meet the pyramid above Titan head on. One woman against the darkness. But after this, you know, he's got this whole, what more could I have done? And I tried to unite the Vanguard, and now we lie splintered.
I splintered in the face of the dark.
That's...
All we have
He's
left
like, all we have left is our faith. Faith in the Traveler. And when he says faith in the light, he shakes his head. When he says faith, when he says all we have now is our faith in the Traveler, then he says faith in the light, closes his eyes, and shakes his head. And then he looks up at you and says faith in you. I feel like I've just been bestowed the honor of Traveler's Chosen. And it looks like a pretty old and beat up gun. I feel like it's almost indicative that Zavala does not feel special or does not feel exemplary under the protection of the light anymore. Or that he's losing his faith or has lost his faith. I mean, look at this gun. It ain't exactly a shining, pristine image of... It's got some age on it, you know?
Wow.
This gun has some... It looks like it's been places.
Okay, it says. That's an interesting theory you got there.
I mean, look at
Final blow to this up and grant stacks of gathering light. Well, that's
Oh yeah,
cool.
that's badass. I could teach you about that. I could teach you how that works. I could teach you how that works.
Okay, here's the lore on this gun. It
Uh-oh.
starts with all we have left now is
Yup.
our faith. And then we're already familiar with some of this because I got data mined. But here we go. I push into my Pacific den and he's there. I see him looking over the side towards his traveler, head bent. He's speaking softly, but I can hear him. Anyone who was listening could. He waits for a response, and I do as well. Tense, curious. He stands attentively. This loyal dog of a man. There is no time at all for me. But for him, the hours creep by in silence. I am ready to choke the voice of his traveler if it answers him, but there is nothing. He tightens his grip on the railing. I feel something shift inside him, and a new possibility presents
Can I read the last part? Okay, Go, go,
Yeah.
go, go. I said the last part.
Again. Alright. No, I wasn't sure where was the
It's in
last
3
part. I thought
parts.
this was it. Again, I pressed against the socket.
What have you learned of the
The net creaked softly with my eagerness. Someone approaches as he turned his back to his traveler. There is an exchange, obscured by the Robocan thrash. He is given reports. He bleeds, hope bleeds from him. He gives the messenger a token of his faith. He accepts it without understanding its meaning. He watches as they leave. There's a hollow place in his center. It is beautiful.
I return warily. I do not see him, but I hear him. He speaks to all with a voice thick with grief. I must learn how far I have been set back. I reach to him tentatively. Strength. I push and feel only sweet, soft rock. I am delirious with pleasure. It gave them no answers. It was a reflex, the spasm of dumb muscle. A song of joy rises within me. Now. Yeah. Like, the implication in this last thing is that Savathun's machinations lie elsewhere. But clearly she left for a good while. You know. She left for a good while. And when she came back, a considerable amount of time has passed. But I feel like this third paragraph, dear, is like, we've experienced the first part of this and the second part of this. Okay, like, the second part of this is basically describing him giving us the Traveler's Chosen. This third part, to me, looks prophetic. This third part, to me, almost feels like it's describing exactly what's going to happen to Zavala. Like, as we're attempting to leave, or as, like, you know, as the Exodus is underway, as we're attempting to leave, as we're attempting to, you know, escape to Europa, or wherever it is we're going. Because look what it says. It says, I don't see him, but I hear him. Meaning he's left his post. Like, he's wherever he was usually, he's gone. But that tells me he might be in the center of the courtyard. They might be near, you know, there's those landing docks in the distance. Or they might be at the hangars, sending ships out. It says he speaks to all with a voice thick with grief. And she has to learn how far she's been set back. You know, in the time since we've gotten the Traveler's Chosen, and when we've actually, like, it's almost as if this paragraph takes into, account the fact that the game was delayed. But it's like, I must learn how far I have been set back. But she reaches to him tentatively, and the rot is still there. You know? And as she's pushing into him, she seems to be doing it without any acknowledgement of him. Like, he doesn't even feel it. He doesn't even know it's happening. But it's happening to him. Like, her push, when she pushed tentatively, it was strength. But when she pushed further, she felt the rot. So that sentence, it gave them no answers. It was a reflex, the spasm of dumb muscle. I think that's the initial strength that she felt. And now that she's in the rot, it's just like a song of joy rises within me. And now. Can you imagine him, like, giving this kind of dejected but impassioned speech about how they're going to, you know, how they're strong because of the Traveler, and how, you know, Guardians are going to protect everyone and they're not going to let the darkness win, and blah, 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 blah. And then in the middle of that, he just gets shook and becomes taken by Savathun.
That's crazy.
I mean, and, you know, call me crazy, but if this is related to, say, the end of Beyond Light, I'm still not trusting this ruinous effigy. And I feel like our use of this weapon, canonically, is probably going to weaken us in a way that we did not see coming. Because Banshee was not very, Banshee was not keeping it 100 with us about what this weapon could possibly do. I'm just saying, like, again, right there, alright, right there in the ruinous effigy lore, he's like, alright,
Yeah.
there we go, like, Zavala, alright, that's troubling. Zavala says and moves to run his fingers over the weapon's frame. I wouldn't. A shallow cold saps the heat from Zavala's fingertips. He pulls back. This wasn't in Eris's report. His voice is thin and stark with disappointment, as if spoken through dead winter air. Guardian doesn't seem to notice either. Banshee clinks the analyzer into a tool tray. Meaning, he's taken his analyzer and just tossed it aside by this point. Leeches a bit, kicks out void, sigs hazy though, wild. A long quiet overtakes the workshop, imposed by shuttered windows in the empty streets below. They stand over the weapon. Banshee stares down and nods along to the ambient static. What were you saying? The weapon master's voice is framed in apology. Zavala puts a hand on Banshee's shoulder, smiles, and gestures to the weapon. Equipment that uses the wielder's light is not unprecedented. It doesn't use it. It eats it. Thing's got an appetite. Works almost like a converter. Is it dangerous? Nah. Guardian doesn't even seem to notice. I'll get you a write-up. Like, between Banshee just staring down and nodding off to the static of the weapon, which I can see could easily be interpreted, you know, as his often retrograde, full-on set amnesia kicking in. Because he does look up and like, what were you saying? Like, what were you saying is Banshee's line. His voice is framed in apology. You could easily write that off as his amnesia or his forgetfulness, but I feel like between the downplaying of what the weapon is doing to you and the fact that he doesn't seem to think that a gun that eats your light and converts it into darkness isn't dangerous in any way, and the reason he says it's not dangerous is because we don't seem to notice.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's an organic gun.
I mean, it's called
Effigy,
the ruinous.
right? And it's organic. Remember, he said, like,
Yeah.
it's not made out of petrified wood. It's an organic weapon, so it's alive. And not only is it alive, but it leeches our light and kicks out void energy in a wild and unmeasurable way. This gun is going to be, I feel like this gun is going to be instrumental in either the Witch Queen's takeover, or maybe, thinking even further back, maybe in Lightfall. Because there's something wrong with this entire exchange. That's scary. And I mean, I like it when Zavala's protecting us. I don't want to fight Zavala. I don't want to do it. It's gonna make me unhappy. Like, I don't want Zavala to be bad. I don't want a bad Zavala. That's bad energy.
Right?
That's
bad
really
juju.
bad juju, dear. I really feel some type of way about that, but like I said, my Banshee theory, I genuinely feel like it checks out because the only other person with line of sight of this honking skull is Banshee. You either get a diagonal line straight over to Zavala or a straight line that hits Banshee directly. Like, remember I had you stand in front of the statue? Like, you can try it with me. Like, watch. Stand right here in front of Banshee. I'll go stand where the statue is. Just so you can see where it is in relation to him.
Okay.
I feel like if there's influence to be influenced, Savathun be influencing. Yeah, right here.
Yeah, it's like a
Yeah.
straight line.
That tells me things about, Banshee's state of mind, or why, when he's usually so candid about everything else, would he be so recalcitrant when describing this darkness, this light eating, not using, not transforming into something usable like the Lumina takes from your light and makes noble rounds, but it's eating your light and turning it into something else. And the gun isn't even inorganic. The gun itself is organic, so it's alive. Bad juju. I just
Bad juju indeed.
I don't know, dude. What do you make of all this? What do you, given all of these big brain revelations? What do you make of the current state of Destiny? Oh yeah, thanks for reminding me. Gotta go to Ada. Mm-hmm.
Well,
Stay a while
I mean,
and
it's
enjoy our
interesting what
wares.
they're doing, with making us question what's what's gonna happen with Zavala's state of mind. Like, even if the only change they make is he becomes more cynical, that would be a shift. Like, I don't know if he's gonna be evil,
Even with Savathun pushing that
but
rot.
if even if his attitude changes a little bit, that would be a dramatic shift. Like, think about it. He's always been like the pillar of
Well, yeah,
duty and,
but
you know.
this is being framed as an involuntary change. I mean, Savathun is staring at him, taking note of his weakened faith, of his constitution, of the
Yeah.
truth and the meaning behind his words, and she's physically pushing into him and seeing nothing but space for her to reside. If this happens, I mean, I don't think it would be done
Yeah.
with conviction. I think Zavala's faith is absolutely, most definitely shaken. I don't think he would voluntarily be evil, but as we know from that bit of lore that we got down on, Shax, Zavala, Ikora are very vulnerable to this skull in very specific ways. Like, Shax is already singing Savathun's song and not even realizing it. So it's,
Right.
it's safe to say that should there be a heel turn in Zavala, it probably won't be Zavala at the helm. Like, Zavala might be stuck in a
Right.
sunken place.
Mhm.
Like, she's literally, Savathun is just sitting over him with the teacup. He may be in a sunken place while Savathun just takes control of him like a marionette.
Oh man.
Yeah, I don't know.
That
It's a lot going on there, right?
I have to read all this lore. I just got a bunch of lore dropped on
Yep.
me when I picked up.
How
that
about we get
weapon.
down on that on the on the Monday show? If you want to get down on
Okay.
that. Now, what I do want to ask you is, do
Yeah.
you want to forge that frame
Mhm.
before we crab it? Your frame is ready, right? It's ready for forging,
yeah,
right?
sure.
Anything else?
Yeah.
Mhm.
My
Let's
frame
do
is
it.
ready. Your frame is ready. Let's frame out. Then before I hit the sack, I'll get you started
So
on
where
your
do we
next
go?
weapon. This is where we test the theory of whether or not your Jotun and Le Monarch quest will both get buffed at the same time. So on the map, just go to Earth.
Okay, wait a minute. I should probably pick up another.
You can't
frame,
until you
right,
forge it.
for the
No.
Yotan
You
quest?
you can only hold one legendary frame at a
Uh,
time. That's why I was saying it's like a process. So it's okay. I'll probably do your second and
I see.
potentially
Okay.
third weapons for you. So you'll get them in.
So,
But-
okay.
On that note, go to Earth. On
Mhm.
the lower left-hand side, the Forge of the Day should be over there. Doesn't matter anymore. Yep, that's the
Berjusia?
one. Berjusia. That is
Okay.
where I got the Berjusia. Oh, yeah, that's where I got the Jotun.
Ooh.
The Jotun and Le Monarch used to be random drops. Le Monarch used to randomly drop from Izyanami. I'm still trying to find that clip of the day I unlocked it. I can't find it. I love that clip. It's amazing. But yeah, Izyanami randomly dropped Le Monarch, and Berjusia, or actually Volunder, sorry, Volunder and Berjusia would randomly drop Jotun. But now they are quests. That's like the karmic balance of you not having to earn the Arbalest. That's the cosmic balance right there. 'Cause I'm still horrified. Like, I'm surrounded, like, when I was talking to Daniel's clan, I'm surrounded by people that got the Arbalest as a random drop. I'm like, yo, mother... Really? You know how much reveling I had to do?
I think
You know how much revelry?
Zer has.
You know what? We should see Zer before we leave, too. But no! No! You know how much reveling I had to do? That was the exotic from the revelry. I'm not joking. It was. You had to do a ton of revelry bounties and get all the revelry armor and do all this crud before they let you buy the Arbalest. It was the seasonal. Oh my god, I'm so bad. And people just randomly getting it as a drop. Like, I'm serious. If I see if the heir apparent becomes a random drop, I'm drop kicking this game off my hard drive. Like, I'm not even.
Ooh, what's
I'm not even joking. I
on
will lose it.
with this
I will
ornament?
lose my shiitake mushrooms. I will go. I will flip out. Y'all ain't gonna make me play Guardian games longer than even Daniel was willing to play it to unlock this thing and then just give it away as a freebie. You better keep it behind the grind wall. It's the only time I would ever advocate for an arduous grind because this gun is that special. Don't look at me like that. You wanna use it sometime? Play as me. Then you can see the joy of using the heir apparent. If my God loop clips did not convince you, that definitely will. Oh crud. Do you have any black armory weapons with you? And did you pick up any black armory bounties?
I have some bounties, yeah.
Well, because if you have one, bring it out, because one of the bounties is usually complete a forge with a black armory weapon equipped. That's just free. You have a really good black armory primary shotgun if you feel like not using the perfect paradox for a few minutes. It's like 1050.
Oh yeah.
I was trying to
Do
figure
have
out a
it.
way to equip it as the hunter, but I couldn't. I already had too much going on. So I had to leave it in there, but I know it's in there. You're making me jealous. I'm a bit jealous. I never got that gun. What? Let me be salty.
Oh, okay.
I want to be salty.
You're
I said, let me be salty. Let me revel in my salt, yo. Should I get the study time emote? It looks like you. It looks like the Guardian T-bowing and reading the Destiny cookbook.
Oh. Yeah, why not?
I'd get precise strike, but I'm not you, so unfortunately. Yeah, you're ridiculous. You got like 9,000 bright dust. That day, that primo $15 emote comes out and it's bright dust, you will be already ready to buy it. Like the Monty Python one. That was in the store for 4,400 bright dust. As you can imagine, I did not have the 4,400 bright dust necessary to buy it. And I definitely wasn't paying $15 for it. So I'm waiting for it. It'll
Crazy.
come back. In the meanwhile, I'm just gonna equip this new emote
Oh no.
because it's hilarious. I might be dead. This is the hardest forge. Okay, so yeah, this is the most obnoxious and hardest forge. If you don't have it equipped already, equip something with fallen armaments. Killing a fallen with a
yeah,
grenade gets you free heavy. So yeah, definitely equip your fallen armaments. I think it's on your bond and on your boots. So whatever perk you feel like losing. It definitely
What happened?
that'll
Oh,
definitely
here we
help
go.
you out in this thing, because the fallen will not stop coming. Did I really just miss the forge entirely? Oh god. Y'all lucky I don't got fallen armaments. I've only got Taken and Hive. I mean, don't get me wrong. Taken definitely comes in handy when I'm doing the Reckoning. Or when Taken are on the field.
Nice.
But I got you. Boot! Yeah, see? It exists when you're solar. You just only get one of them because there's no helmet to keep refilling them obnoxiously. I'm gonna check my inventory. I might have the item you can use to get a piece of armor along with your forge. If I have it, I'll use it.
Okay.
We'll make sure we also get the added temper, but that's something that I can't possibly explain while we sit here. So I'll just make sure we get it, because you also have the you also
okay.
have the lockbox for Izanagi's burden. Well, all right. So there's a state that you can trigger in every forge called maximum temper. In between the first and second rounds, these two little mini bots appear at designated spots in the stage, and you have 20 seconds to destroy them both. If you can destroy them both, it activates a buff called maximum temper, and it basically gets you more loot at the end of the forge. Yeah,
I see.
but like to tell you where they are and is not something I could probably do. And well, if we don't end up failing this, not something I could do in one stream. I'd like show you in one forge, and then because you only have 20 seconds to destroy two little robots. Where are you? Oh, we finished it. Okay, all right. So there's there's all right. There's one near this little platform back here, and another one floating around in the back. Like you see it? Looks like a little blue robot.
Blue robot.
Right there. That's one. Shit, where's the other one? It should be back here. Where the fuck? No. Damn it. You know, usually if I'm not on my P's and Q's, there's another gamer to pick up the slack for me. I guess not. None of us knew. Alright, never mind. It's over. Alright, well, back to business. Blue tinted enemies for batteries. Rabble, rabble.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't see that other blue robot you were talking about.
One of them was in front of the platform. That's the easy one. The other one was by the entrance, but for some reason, they just did not feel like giving me my robot shine, or I'm just that rusty with Berjusia. It's all good. This won't be the only time you go to this forge. Because I had to do maximum temper at all 4 forges. All 4 forges have that little buff thing. But when you finish it with maximum temper, it gives you a key for that lockbox. That's why there's 4 keys. 1 for each forge. And you get it locked open. You got to kill some stuff, do some other stuff. And then we got to beat the Shattered Throne to actually get further into the box. There's a whole process to it. And it's mired in stuff that we never did. So it'll be fun. The Izanagi's Burden is
Oh,
a
okay.
primary exotic sniper rifle. Does obscene
Yeah.
amounts of damage. I love that it's a primary.
Guardian down.
Boop. Thank you. Yo, cut it out, y'all. How are we looking on the other side? I'm killing enemies that aren't blue and I feel bad, but there's so many servitors, it's like...
Yeah, they're just kind of
Yeah.
all over the place. Oh no! Ugh.
Fall back. Oh, where's that captain? There he is. Alright. Do you have your super?
Nope.
Alright. Well, hold it down, because this boss is a pain in the ass. I don't have my super. I barely have it, but I'm getting there. But yeah.
Oh, defeat the forge.
Oh yeah,
warden.
it's a walker. And it's a bitch of a walker.
Oh, jeez.
It's like a Destiny. It's like they took a Destiny 1 walker basically and stuck it in this game. Like, it has as much health. It's just as dangerous. The ads are about to get really silly and overwhelming in a minute. Yep, Guardian down. Don't worry about me. I'll revive. Just focus on the walker. Can a brother get some heavy? Y'all just don't want me to use the heir apparent. Right when I say that, they give me heavy. Thank you.
I feel like I need to equip the auto rifle or something.
Oh, our man got the tethers. He got the tethers on. I'm about to heir apparent this thing in the oh, wow. All right, all right. Fair enough. Can we not, though? But can we not? I'm dead. Thank you for that suggestion, though. That actually has been working out really well. Concussive dampener.
Yeah.
Yeah, it keeps me from getting, like, instantly swatted by these fart attacks, you know, where they just sit on the ground,
Yeah.
blow you across the... Yeah, you know, don't appreciate it much. My gun's name is a metaphor for a Cabal princess.
Yeah.
It's my war cry. Oh, no.
Okay.
No, we didn't do it. What happened to the DPS? There's no DPS. No, not my DPS.
What? No.
No. I tried to tell you. All right, so how about we save our supers?
Sure.
All right, I'm going to send you a picture, okay?
All right.
All right, so here's a picture of where one of them is. Okay, boo?
Okay.
Okay. So I'm gonna go to the one on the left. You go, or actually, you go to the one on the left. I'm gonna head. I'm
don't have the
sending it now.
Okay.
So the circles are around pillars. The pillar on the right, see that one on the right? That's the one you're gonna go for. Remember those little drones that surround the Forge Saboteur? That's what they look like.
Yeah.
Fire team leader. Forges do not restart because of the Forge exploit. You have to manually.
Oh, yeah, I know. No, I actually, whatever, weapon you were talking about, I didn't have it in my inventory, so I have to go look for it in my vault.
What weapon?
Didn't you say that there was a...
You have a Black Armory shotgun in your... You have a phone?
Well, yeah, that's what I'm
Well,
doing
you
now.
can do that while we get matched up into a forge. Got me floating
Okay.
here like a floater. It's floating. If you're looking for it, I've done
Alright.
things like literally I've typed Black Armory into the search and all the Black Armory weapons popped up.
Wow, that's awesome. I've been
Yeah, I was just
looking for
pushing the
that.
limits of it one day, so. But yeah, if you want to do that, you know. Okay, so you're gonna go for the one on the right, or I'm gonna go for the one on the right. You go for the one on the left, because that one's a lot easier to spot. It's just up there floating. Okay, confirmation.
Hmm. No, I'm sorry. I was looking for the.
Did you try typing Black Armory
for the...
into the
I have a
search?
side now. I did.
Didn't get it?
Yep. Yeah, I kinda got it. It's called The Dead Man Walking.
What? Is that the name of it? Really?
It's a
I
side.
said it was a shotgun.
Oh.
Yes,
I
you
have
do.
I have a pulse
I've
rifle.
seen it. It's a primary shotgun. You've got it at 1050. Trust me, I seen it.
Is it the Swift Ride?
I don't know. Is it a Black Armory shotgun primary at 1050?
No, it's a pulse rifle at 1050.
Okay, then no. The pulse rifle is not a shotgun.
Okay, well then I don't have it in my vault.
Oh, fuck. You think the fact that I told you I saw it with my own two eyeballs would be enough of a vote of confidence for you, but okay. I can't check your vault from here.
I mean, I believe.
I can't check your vault from here, so hold on. I'll just look up the name of it.
Okay. Or maybe my hunter has it.
No,
Wait
I
a
told
minute.
you I was gonna equip it on your hunter, but I didn't have room for it. The shotgun that your hunter has is the first in, last out. That's why I didn't
Okay.
equip it on your hunter. I think it's called threat level.
Threat
Yeah,
level?
that's one. That's one of them. Sound right? Or blast furnace? No, blast
Blast
furnace is a pulse
furnace.
rifle.
Guardian down.
Ah, yes.
Threat level,
level.
yes. That is one of the best shotguns in the game, once again. And it's an extraordinarily rare shotgun that you get from Black Armory. That is sitting in your vault at 1050. Which means you probably got it when we got you the Hammerhead. You drive me crazy, dear. But that's a fantastic shotgun. You can equip that if you want. Jeez, just
Okay.
trust me sometimes.
I mean, it's not
You
that
totally
I
didn't
didn't believe
believe
you. It's just
You were
I
so
didn't
ready to
see
give
it.
up.
Well, 'cause
You're like, is it this pulse rifle? Is it this completely different weapon type? Cheeks! I would never lead you astray. Especially not when the armory's black. I mean, come on. Have some respect. You cannot let your racial inequities transfer over to the armories as well, just because they're black. You must be stopped. You can't keep getting away with it. Okay, so is this like a fail run? Like,
I
you ever
hope
get that?
not.
I was coming to revive you. I will only again helpfully point
Okay.
out the thing that lets
Sorry.
you view your teammates while you're dead. I will only point it out every stream. Crab. We got 10 seconds and too many batteries on the map.
Yeah,
No,
we're
we're
gonna
not.
fail.
Wow. Gave up pretty quick there. I mean, there's like
Oh, I
6
didn't
bombs
realize.
out here. Like, just chuck some bombs. Bomb it.
I didn't realize. Alright, I didn't realize that the timer resets every
Yeah.
time you
Am I
check
having
one.
too much fun for you, hun? You
I'm
okay?
gonna respawn. I'm okay. I was just saying something.
You can still say it. I mean, whatever.
But yeah, that was it.
Mhm.
Oh no.
Winning attitudes. Winning attitudes.
Oh man. Actually, we probably could have done that. I didn't realize that the.
That's
like
how you
I
get
was
extra
saying,
time, boo.
That the
That's how you
Yeah.
get the extra. You get the extra time primarily from throwing bombs at the forge. I think it gives you like 8 seconds or something like that. 8-10 seconds. As long as you're chucking, you should be fine. You know, it's all good.
Okay.
I mean, like I said, you're in a better position than everybody because not only do you have the falling guillotine, but you've got fallen armaments. All you got to do is throw a lightning grenade at something, and however many fallen you kill, you get heavy ammo for each of them. So you should be swimming in guillotines, swimming. Just Michael Phelps, just Phelps in it.
Swimming in
Yeah, just
guillotine.
going straight Phelps.
Okay.
He swims. He's highly decorated.
I know.
Thanks.
Boo. What? I have a liberal drift. I just realized.
Yeah, you were telling me that the other day. What analog stick is it?
It's the
Oh
left.
shit! What direction?
Up.
Damn. Same here.
Yeah.
That's why I keep accidentally walking off ledges, and because just randomly my controller just drifts up. I mean, we're honestly at the point where it's kind of annoying because it's like I have almost accidentally deleted helmets and things I don't want to delete because while I'm deleting the cursor is drifting up. But dear, it's why we don't it's why we try our best to coat our controllers in
Not to
polyurethane
drop
and
the controllers.
hope to God that OtterBox just comes up with a controller shell and just ricochet off, you know. Yeah, I mean, I'll definitely hand it to my Elite controller just literally falling apart. But, and I think it's, how long have we had this one? 3 years? 3? For the Series 1? Yeah, this
yeah.
Elite controller,
It's
this
not
Elite
longer.
controller has seen things. I actually have the boxes for both of them. Very proudly displayed. The Elite Series 1 and 2. Yeah, well, I never thought I'd return to this controller. You know? The rubber on the analog is gone.
Yeah.
It's drifting a little bit, but the paddles are kicking.
Where's the first?
The
little
left
robot?
bumper's falling off. Can't forget about that. Okay, so the first little robot, the one you're going to be going for, is going to be right over here. It's going to be floating around this pillar. I'm going to go for the other one. The other one is by this red pipe over here, but I will definitely get it. Like as soon as we finish the first round, immediately go over there and wait for it to appear. I say this because sometimes it can be a pain in the ass to shoot. Little floating piece of garbage. Wow, that's a lot of shanks.
Guardian, down.
Oof.
Like
Yeah.
like 30 of the things just flew in from out of nowhere. No, you don't get my shoulder charge. You get the basic melee.
I'm gonna
Please do.
respawn.
Or when you die, say you died, so I can look for you. That way I don't have to spend extra...
Oh, I died.
I got you. That way I don't have to spend like extra milliseconds looking for you. I'm coming. How did you get all the way up there? I think that's just where you spawn.
Sorry.
Well, come back, dear. You will live.
Yeah.
Oof. Jihad, 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 jihad.
Whoa, this shotgun is ridiculous.
Ain't it? The blast furnace is very highly sought after, dear. You are quite lucky. Quite lucky. That's a really good shotgun. I was surprised when I saw it. I was like, holy crap, you have the blast furnace. Guess that's like the upside, right? You're just sitting on a treasure trove.
Yeah.
I love your stockpiling though. It's wonderful.
yeah.
You've literally got like, I mean, you're gonna have to do this soon because I think you have like 489 items out of 500. Yeah, but it's amazing though, dear. You've literally got like 3 copies of some of your exotics, and I mean like, you've got like, dear, you have the year 1 version of the Skull of Dire Ahamkara. You have the Armor 2.0 version of it. And you have the armor, like, you have the, wait, no. You have the year 1 version, you have the 1 mod version, and you have the Armor 2.0 version of the same helmet. Like, you've literally just got the helmet throughout Destiny's phases. So I'm pretty sure you're going to be deleting stuff like that en masse. Like, just, if you want to experience the full magnitude of your wonderful collection, sort everything by quantity where it groups the same items together and be sure to take screenshots
yeah,
because like I said, your vault is amazing. All right, you ready? Pillar, I'm gonna look for the other one. Yeah, so we can get that maximum temper. As soon as it starts up, they should materialize out of nothingness. You see it?
Oh.
All
Oh,
right.
yeah, I see it. I got it.
I don't see mine. Where's mine? Oh, there it is. Bastard. It's hiding behind the... It's hiding behind the thing! Oh my god.
Oh.
Alright. Alright, we got it. I was trying to shoot it with the heir apparent and didn't realize I had no bullets in it. So the barrel was spinning. I'm like, wait, why isn't it... But yeah, you see? Look at the bottom left of your screen.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah.
maximum temper. Nice.
Oh, great. It's the servitor that turns into tiny ones when you kill the big one. It's just what I needed. Is that you? Oh, no, that's our partner. Why are we two-manning this? Mook? That's all good. This guy was just sitting dead in the corner. I'm like, yo, there's 12 seconds on the timer. Like, what the fuck? This is why I used my super last time. I was like, shit. We can do this. We can still do this.
Yeah, we can do this.
I'm just gonna have to bomb this thing. Why? Where's the battery I just tried to pick up? Oh god. This is the kind of shit that makes me use my super. God.
Nope.
Because this other dude is not putting in work. Where the hell is he even?
I don't know. I think he's, you know, AFK.
Might as well have been.
He was just.
Oh! I jumped on one of the things on the forge, and when it closed, it shot me into the wall. All right, you want to give it one more college try? I know it's getting late.
Yes.
All right, let's rub our palms together like an over-eager fly at a picnic, or Birdman from Young Money. What? I'm just saying, you know, you gotta rub the palms. Yeah, all right. Let's rub the palms together. We can get this third one, right?
Rubbing
good.
the palms.
Just think about it. Think about all that macaroni and cheese, that potato salad. Just all I gotta do is land on his cornbread. Entire menagerie of food flavors. Oh, wait. All right, so now that you are well acquainted with the maximum temper, I will do the team a solid and switch. I'll switch to my we're gonna have to Doomfang Pauldron it up. That's basically what this means. We're just gonna have to get our Doomfang on.
Okay.
And I will put the heir apparent away and pull my sword out because clearly they brought reinforcements. It's all good.
They did. They brought all their like exploding shells.
Like the entire stage just flooded with them. Like, all right,
Like literally
all right, Luke.
all of them.
You done? I told you. I feel like when I say his name 3 times, you know, you just get cursed irrevocably.
Maybe you should stop.
I'm just saying, like, I know he's responsible for this. Why does nobody believe me? Nobody wants to believe me. Stop looking at me like that.
Yeah.
What are you just saying?
I want to do this at some point. I don't want the curse of Luke Smith to strike me down.
True as that may be, still, I feel like... all right, you're right. All right. I'll give that to you. Oh, shit. Are we in the strike already? Oh, oops. I gotta change the code of the aggressor,
Yeah,
man.
we're
I
here.
got the shield on. I can't be having the shield on. This ain't how we do. You may have to revive me. I'm not prepared for this. We're police officers. We're not trained to handle this level of violence. Hey, guys. Man, his name is Rathers88. Oh, okay. I was about to say, I know this man did not name himself after a Rathalos. Don't you be naming yourself after one of the most fearsome monster hunter, you know, creatures. Don't do that. Not unless you're going to live up to it. It's like people name themselves Leviathan. You're like, you know you hot trash. Why you want to name yourself after such a cool summon spell? You know you wild trash. Yeah, I said it. Name yourself Leviathan 24388. As if those numbers add up to the perfect combination of skill. No, don't. You know what you did. I'm an expert penguin. You know, I can set the expectations early, you know, and make a good name for penguins everywhere. Good lord. The Shanks are swarming. Why are they here? What do they want
Just
from us?
Shanks. They're running
Right, and they got
wild.
servitor backup too. Like the servitors and the Shanks ended their civil war. They're working together. I don't like it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out what is the biggest difference between
Yes,
round
down.
1 and round 2. I got you. All right, did you die in front of the forge? Is that you? Hello.
Yeah.
Because we keep knocking out the first round.
It's the time.
We keep knocking out the first round really well. It must be the enemies too, because we're not killing things as quickly. It's all right. We got this. I got the Trinity Ghoul on me. Got my Trinity Ghouls. I got me the Falling Guillotine. It's going down. Yep. I got you.
That did not work
Yo,
out
Blue
as
Man Group.
intended.
Gotcha. I might get shot. I made it.
Thank you. Yay.
You know, they're not supposed to be reaching through this barrier, but somehow they did it. All right, you want to do it like last time? You get the left one, I'll get the right one? I'm
Yeah.
behind you, but it's all right. I'll revive.
Okay.
I'm killing everything in the middle. Nothing but batteries. We only need one more, so hit it. All right. I'm going to go over and
Okay.
destroy this beast. I'll stay up here and a little bit indoors just so we can keep hope alive. Yo, you thing, come here. One's down. Got his brother?
The other
Woo!
one's down too. Mhm.
This is the first time I've ever been happy to have a temper.
See, we only have 1 minute. That's the
We had a minute before. The biggest difference is that means we're not killing enemies quickly enough and we're not throwing enough bombs. We just got to use the Lord Shaxx mantra and not be distracted by all these filler ads and very much focus in on these blue ones. Because these blue ones are the ones that matter the most. Like, this is the time that we use our swords, definitely.
Okay.
Because a lot of the enemies...
Oh,
yeah,
oh,
that's the
I'm
thing. A
down.
lot of these enemies that are getting the batteries, they're captains, they're giant servitors. That means we're just not killing the enemies fast enough and getting their bombs fast enough. But we can fix that with our swords. Yeah, see, look at that. These guys are always arc. I'm about to use my super, but I gotta resist temptation. If we're under 30 seconds, I'll use my super, but I'm trying my best not to.
Okay.
Wow. So much damage. Like it. Like it! Alright.
Nice.
Clearly, this is like a violation of several city codes. Like, y'all shouldn't even be generating electricity like this. Who let y'all do this? Who told you this was okay? You too. What you doing? Why you doing this? On my turf. Don't do that. Your entire purpose, Shank, is to give me lightning rod. That's it. Like, anything else, you're doing the most, which is a little bit too much. Caution to all ye who enter the range of my blade. And pow. I got my super.
Nice.
I know you've got yours. Hopefully.
Me too.
We about to shank this boss in
Yeah.
the shank. It's about to go down. I got my Doom Fangs on.
It's
Every
okay.
toss shield will increase my super energy, which is great for knocking out those ads. Let me get my shoulders limbered up. My shoulders ready. All right. Let's do this. Gimme them legs. I said them legs. Gimme. Okay. I ran out of ammo. That's okay. It's okay.
Yes.
What I tell you, you know you wild trash. All right. Doing good? All right. That's what I like to hear. Yo, call this man Captain Basura. Get him. Yo, this ain't working the way I thought it would. Hold on. Yo, trying to spin attack that thing is like an exercise in futility and hitboxes. It's all right though. He almost gone.
We can do it.
He almost gone. We got him.
Yeah.
We got 30 seconds to go, but that's okay. It's the last 30 seconds
Got
of his
like a
life,
sliver of health.
as he knows it. Why did I die like that? That's silly. I feel cursed. I feel cursed. You better get down there, fool. Got him. That was it. That was the last hit. Yes. Tequila. All right. That's how you end the night. That's how you do it. That's how you do it right there. I got me a spiteful fang that I can't carry because I have too many engrams in my life. Fantastic.
Yeah. I
Got yourself a bow. Oh, and you get to open this box.
got myself a. What's in here?
Something for you. The key. Should be one of the keys for your Izzy Anami box. Yeah? I feel like you got it. There's no way you can't get it. All you got to do is open that box. But we did it. We made it.
All right, let's see. Yay!
Yes, indeed.
Well, this is cool.
Always.
Oh, you're right. I got credit for the.
Both of them?
For the.
Yes!
Yeah.
All right, well, then feel free to make whatever you want then. Make yourself hammerheads, make whatever you want. Whatever weapon you're most comfortable with using frequently and often, even though I love me some bows. Now that we know, all we got to do is craft you 10 frames then. And you've already got 3 ballistic slugs. Because you just got a new one for completing the forge. I think that's one of the weeklies. So you just got a new one. And I think the other one is literally for... Let's see. Yeah, complete a frame and enter... Oh yeah, the second one is just ignite a forge, eliminate the warden, and complete the ignition. Which is just do 2 ignitions. So... You do one, you get a ballistic slug to do another one. That gets you a ballistic slug to do another one. You will have 3 before reset.
Okay. Cool.
Yes, very nice. Congrats. Congratulations.
Very nice.
Yes. That's a forge. I don't know how far along you are on your traces. I got like 78%, but this was already an awesome bonus episode. I'm gonna head back to the tower.
Let me check. Only 10%. Yeah. Yeah, sure. Let's go back to the tower. I do need to go to bed.
Well, that's why we're headed back to the tower, yo. If you want, then, while we're floating through this sky, you can tell our wonderful viewers at home about your intro game, about your intro and outro game.
Well, I can definitely tell you that you should check us out on the Instagrams, Twitters, Facebooks, YouTubes at InfernoPenguins.com. Okay. You're like 2 hours late.
I'm sorry. Sometimes you have to expertly conceal human needs within the small time windows offered by loading screens and outros. It's my apology, but I came back in the room with the. You didn't even. I can't even get like you're that teacher. You're that teacher that slams the door in the kid's face. Like even though he's like late to class, but because he's not sitting in his seat, you just close the door while the bell is ringing. Just.
Yep.
Damn, on my own stream.
You're supposed to already be in here.
This is what I get for helping. You see, this is all the thanks I get. I'm with Zavala, man. F y'all. Yo, Savathun, you want to push into some rot? I've just built up plenty of rot from this stream, so you know, Savathun, if you don't mind blessing me.
You are most useful.
No, you saving all the rot for Zavala? You said his shoulders are nicer than mine. What? Well, F you skull. Decaying piece of ivory tusk having big nosed cranium crow magnon ass. All right. Anyway, you heard the lady about 3 years ago. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Twitch, DLive, and YouTube, where all the good streams are found. Thank you for watching. Appreciate you. Hope you enjoyed the chats, the bonus chats. Riveting as they were. We're gonna have to clip that whole Zavala Banshee part. I'm telling you, the deep lore. We need to inspire Bife. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. But hope you enjoyed this one of a kind 1 in a million bonus episode. We will see you at the regular Bat Time channel next time we're on. But until then, until Monday, 9:45 Eastern Standard Time. Good night, everybody. Yeah,
Good
long
night.
stream. Appreciate you. Look at that.
This is long.
I mean, we killed it though.
Sleepy.
We got the Traveler's Chosen.
We
got
did.
to see Zavala's unfortunate fall from faith. And we'll get back to it when we come back to do some interference. It's gonna be wonderful. So hope to see you there. And yeah, that's a crab. Just gonna sit down at this noodle place. I heard y'all give free noodles to whoever does the shoulders. No, that coupon expired last year. Okay.
It expired like a
Y'all are
decade.
so mean.